is induced. I don't know. Did Silly make a eating and drinking roll?
No, we did not.
Oh, he probably better.
Do that right now.
Okay, so I come back downstairs at some point when the group is gathered.
All right, you've got. I think you've got Aedan. You've got Aedan, Alleseto, Gale, and more than likely Belari's there too. But
Orth.
Okay.
oh, Orth is there too. Yeah. He's just not. He hasn't logged in yet.
I send the chest with the mirror back.
All right.
Back to the place from which it came.
Let's see, Smyddwack, you'll have to make a. Why don't you make a ventriloquism check, Smyddwack, and see if you can't entertain the. Oh, singing too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Smyddwack, make a ventriloquist check too.
Absolutely.
Ventriloquism.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So Smyddwack manages to play his instrument, and it looks like his instrument is also singing.
Damn.
And he's able to cantrip basically a moving mouth on the musical instrument. So the pixies, the fairies, and the other woodland creatures all have a great time. And Silly, you managed to drink yourself into a fairly basically a stupor for the ages.
Warren, do any of these guys have any names or anything?
Let's see. The one that procured the grog, he's a sprightly little pixie that sings and dances and clicks his heels together, and his name is. Let's see here.
I even sing for the fucking squirrels.
Let me put it in the chat here.
Shalach. Shalech. Shalele.
He's like Papa Smurf, man.
Who seems to be like the leader? Is it Shala?
No, he's the one that made the. He's the one that made the and kind of was the first one to engage you. The leader is an older pixie that is. He's actually a wood sprite. And his name is Rusaka.
Would any of them like to join me in my adventures?
Would they like to join you in your adventures? Where are your adventures taking you?
Everywhere. Everywhere fun.
He looks with a wizened eye over at Smyddwack, who laughs. When you talk about your idea of fun, Silly, what are we talking? We're talking about gay old times in the forest. Are we talking about fun times out in the grasslands? Are we talking
everything.
dancing on the cliff tops under the moon?
Fun everywhere.
He says, where are you headed next?
Well, the rest of my party's at Rook Roost.
What's a rook roast?
It's a civilization right over there. It's a human city.
Oh, what? You humans?
It's kind of smelly.
Do you want me to follow? Why would you go there? You mean with fire and?
They don't know how to have fun. We gotta teach them.
There's a There's a little pixie kid that runs up and he raises his hand and says, "I'll go with you."
Okay,
He's like, "Where do you want me to ride?"
he could ride on my shoulder.
All right. Ondine jumps on your shoulder and starts pulling on your ears and says, "Lead the way."
Is he a pixie or a sprite?
He is another wood sprite.
Okay. Do the sprites in 2E fly? What?
No, that's a good question. I don't remember. Let me see here. Let's see here. I should have made it an ooze sprite. That would have been.
Or mimic. You're not a sprite.
Let's see here.
As Smyddwack starts singing that song, I stop. I tell everybody, shh, shh. This is my favorite part. Listen.
It's my favorite bird. Why am I getting stupid notifications?
Okay, he's actually a Grig, so he can leap.
Okay.
He looks like this. He can leap and kind of glide. So now you have a leaping, gliding Grig named.
Warren, if you share the handout.
Uh,
came through.
Ondine with you. What's that?
Oh, there he is. Okay, I got you.
That image.
Sword.
He's even got a knife too.
Looks like a grasshopper.
Imagine if that motherfucker came after you. I'd
Yeah,
scream
but
my ass off.
he's tiny. He's let's see, he can leap pretty far. He can leap about 60 feet. But he's a foot and a half tall.
Damn. And a tiny motherfucker like that with a knife like that. No way, Jose.
So now he's running. Now he's running with and is excited to see. he's all for it, Smyddwack. The others just shake his head. Alleseto, you're on, and is Durkish on? I haven't heard him yet.
I am here.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, yeah, because you guys are in the inn with Belgrakas. He was just going to relay some things that he's learned since he communed with your erstwhile acquaintance Cymbeline, who is, if you recall, the silver-haired half-elf that had initially been tracking the origins of the plague.
So gather around, everyone. I've found some information by talking with that half-elf, the bearded half-elf from Wick. It's not good. It appears a creature perhaps escaped from the tower or was let loose, unknown. And that is likely the source of the plague. It is a creature that fights. Usually their kind fights as mercenary in the Blood War in the Outer Planes.
The Blood War.
Yes. The eternal war between the Abyss and the Hells.
That sounds metal.
It's any creature from the Outer Planes strong enough to fight in that war is going to be a very formidable opponent. I suspect that the wizard summoned him here, which means the wizard is quite powerful.
If
Or
he
was.
if he summoned something like that, do you think he might be a little crazy or no?
Well, if he escaped from the tower, we need to find out whether he escaped or was set loose. Because if he escaped, I fear the wizard may no longer be with us. If you know what I mean.
Oh, if he's dead.
Yes.
Do you want me to come with you to investigate this, Belgrakas?
Well, we all should go check out the tower when we can. But oh, wasn't I doing that last? Wasn't I gonna? Oh, it's in the morning. Never mind. I was gonna
Yep.
do that in the morning. I'm going to try to find out what that tower is made of to see if I can find a way to get through get through the door tomorrow morning. I'll go invisibly, flying, and hopefully, by that means, be able to escape detection. Can anyone else become invisible in our group?
I can.
Smyddwack, would you come with me?
Yes.
I think we're in the forest.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm just,
I-
I don't know if you asked that.
And
Metagaming.
no, I was in character, but
Sorry.
perhaps tomorrow morning before I go, I can find out who else here can become invisible.
Do you only
And we
can you
can-
only make yourself invisible, Belgrakas? Do you not have a spell that can turn others invisible?
I do have a
Right?
spell to turn invisible, but I believe it only affects one person at a time.
Okay.
But
But since you're sneaking in that tower, do you want me to still like hang around near the tower? And if you in a certain signal that you send, you want me to come and help? Something like that? Just in
Well,
case
if you
there's
have a
shit.
means, of getting through the guards and allowing, getting past them, then by all means.
How many guards are in that at that tower?
It's the city's guards, I believe, Warrant, right? That have a guardhouse outside of the tower.
Yeah, and guards is kind of a loose term. They're kind of bandits, I guess. The shakedown.
Ah, okay, good. Well, tomorrow morning we'll learn that Smyddwack has invisibility 10-foot radius, so that should get all of us. Because I can probably make us all fly.
Because I'm just curious how many guards will be at that tower. Air quotations guards is going to be at that tower. I might just go berserk and just fight them all, maybe. If they don't get back up, maybe. Who knows? I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah, you could definitely look to do that.
But I guess since now, I guess we're just gonna relax in this inn, right?
So
Uh,
what was supposed to do while you guys go into the tower then?
No, hold on. I think we've learned that we can all go.
Okay.
Let's see. No,
Yeah,
it's creature touched. Fly is creature touched. Darn it. Well, perhaps Smitty and I can consult in the morning and find out if we have a means of getting everybody to the tower invisibly, or flying.
Or through murder.
And if not, then we'll just go get a sample collected and come back. It should just take a few minutes, half hour.
All right. Go ahead and plan that for a second. Oh, I gotta go check something real quick. Just a moment.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I suppose I could reduce everybody and.
I don't want to become smaller. My height is perfect as it is.
Smitty, do you have any ideas? Smyddwack?
I didn't realize I was muted. I forgot I wanted to mute myself so I wouldn't interrupt your in-character dialogue.
Ah,
Yeah. Man.
one thing I guess I could do is teleport us all to the base of the tower too. And if we're all within the 10-foot radius, I suppose we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just realized
Oh.
I don't have my great sword. Damn it.
Oh, actually, I can't teleport all of us. What am I saying? I have a weight limit. I could reduce everybody. And then teleport. I think we should just go by ourselves for like take the half hour, go get the collection, collect the.
Just you and Smyddwack?
Yeah, just collect the residue or whatever it is that's on the tower, analyze it, and see if there's a way to bypass it, so we can get everybody in.
Alright.
Maybe you guys can work on figuring out how we can get past those guards in the meantime.
Said Belari had said that she was going to make contact with the Thieves Guild. So she has engaged with the basically she's kind of the leader of the Thieves Guild down here in Rookroost, and after some bribing, she's able to find out some information if anybody in the party had any questions that they wanted answered. She could probably find a few clues through the Thieves Guild. And that can just kind of be what she was doing while she's away here.
Okay, we're probably going to want to know how we gain passage, or how we can be permitted to get up to the tower.
All right, let's see here.
Whether that requires payment or documents. Or... For Belari, a blowjob.
Yeah. Belari is typing.
So that's what she's found out from the denizens of the Thieves Guild.
Maybe that's what we should do. Okay, let's first go in, Smitty, invisibly and flying. And
Smyddwack have to re-enter the city.
oh right.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, this would be a conversation that we have eventually, but yeah, we are. I am nursing. I'm not nursing. I suppose some kind of crazy hangover or something similar.
No, but I forgot you guys. Yeah, we have to get them back into the city in the morning.
Well, the party, the present party, I guess, rested in the morning. Everybody's kind of tapping their feet impatiently, wondering where the strange diamond shoe Silli and his gnomish companion are.
That's a fucking awesome nickname, Warren. Diamond Shoe Silly.
Yeah, yeah,
It's almost like a baseball player's name from the third.
yeah.
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 Well,
So,
if they left the city, Belgrakas says last night, they're not coming back unless we go get them with a pass.
Damn.
who's got the passes?
Don't you have that sending spell, Belgrakas?
I do, but because of what I was going to do today, I did not memorize it today.
Well, Silly, you wake up in the morning with a bit of a cocaine and birch beer hangover.
Feels awesome.
What a crazy combo.
I want some
You
more.
all fell
Birch
asleep
beer
in
and
a
cocaine.
you all fell asleep in a tangle of cricket limbs and diamond shoes and musical instruments and leather tankards.
Silly,
Or I guess they're more like wooden goblets.
Get that flute out of my ass. That's not my flute.
What? Oh man! Holy mackerel! What a name of the underdog! I don't even know how to tell this story. Silly! What are we
One
gonna
of
do? We
the
gotta get back to the
trees
city.
one of the trees is covered in bright pink glitter.
Odie, is that you? Did you throw up?
No, it's Pixie Cum.
he just shakes his head and he points at Smyddwack and says, He summoned glitter.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably one of my smoke pots. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, yeah.
Rusalka was very angry. He's mad I'm going with you, but he got over it. He has a short memory.
Where
Go over
where
and
do
I start rubbing myself on the tree like a cat.
All right.
Try to get as much glitter on myself as possible.
Yes, Alleseto, you would. Yes, you would have to have the creature's known name. And
I'm
that
sorry.
is
Sharing that with Belgrakas. So
oh sure.
We'd have to discover the creature's true name.
in the tower. So even if there's just a couple of us, we need to dig for that kind of information.
Yes, and I suspect if he summoned him in the first place, he has his true name. So that's
Right.
a good plan. All right. Since it doesn't appear that Silli and Smyddwack are showing up,
Well, what time do you want to wait till Belgrakas? Today is a fairly overcast day. Silly and Smyddwack, it looks like it might start to rain here.
don't know, maybe 10 o'clock.
Okay. Well, you've got a few hours then to choose some action, Silli and Smyddwack. What about you, Gale?
Anybody here, Gale?
I did before.
This pissed me off. I'm having trouble connecting to the server that this channel's tied to. That's the problem.
Is it a problem? Let me see what the server's setting is here.
Because yeah, it kept on. It's set up as US South 962.
Okay.
For whatever reason, every few minutes it jumps up to 5,000 and then just stays there. I can hear you guys, you just can't hear me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I can hear you guys, but you can't hear
Let's
me.
see here if I
Yeah.
remember how to change the server here.
But other than that, Gale is not really doing anything at this point other than going along with the party for the simple reason he has no idea what to do here. I mean,
Hold on a
honestly, if he
second.
goes anywhere to try to bring his religion, it's going to end up badly.
I had an idea of just collecting back my splint mail and my greatsword and just charging the tower, guns blazing, but I don't think that's going to be a good idea.
That was
uh, I'm tempted to do so.
bit great. Where could I? There's a way I can change. Here we go. Let me try. Regions are available for each voice channel. Okay. Where is the? I was gonna try to change to another server. Here we go. There. Now I changed it to the East server. Is that better?
I won't know for a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So, Gale, Alleseto, I can make you both invisible and take you with me to the tower.
And just to check, so this is the wizard that made the disease, right? Or the
This is the wizard that made the wards around that artifact that is generating the trolls. It's also the wizard that we think summoned the creature that is spreading the plague in Wick, and that the creature either generated from here or is back in the tower.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, I'd love to go with you.
Okay.
Is your spell limited by weight? Because maybe
It
we can
is.
take. Because I can cast that lower weight and gear by 50%. Would that allow
Oh,
you
that
to
would be great.
allow you to bring somebody else with you?
Yes, we could take whoever else is here probably.
So let me put that back up so you can see exactly what it does. Because I think that's just like everybody's gear, not your actual weight.
Okay.
And that lasts for hours. Here's light and load. And that's what it does. So 1 hour per level, so 8 levels. The spell reduces the weight of equipment and supplies and objects, weapons, and so forth. Not your actual weight, but all your gear. So if that could help bring somebody else.
Okay, so I can take 250 pounds.
So,
You
with
are-
that being said, is it a good idea to try to teleport into a wizard's tower
I'm not going to teleport inside.
right outside?
Yes, because the point of this is to take samples and then come back. I just wanted to bring people with me in case there's trouble.
I can come if you need a good sword hand.
So I can take I can take myself and 250 pounds. That's what it looks like.
I think I weigh less than 200 pounds.
How tall are you?
I'm like 6 foot and I weigh 180 pounds.
Oh, okay.
What about your gear?
So that means I can't take. I don't know how much Seto and Gale weigh. How much does Seto and Gale weigh? Because we should take as many as we can in that 250.
Yeah, I myself, not including my gear, weigh 280.
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
For a
you're out.
fucking dwarf?
Yeah, he's
Little
stout.
Apparently.
Mo. He's a stout mofo.
Fucking hell.
What about Alleseto?
I don't think I weigh.
That's what the thing shows. I'm 4 foot, 280 pounds.
I don't think I
Yeah.
weigh 100 pounds.
How strong are you, Gale?
17 strength.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. 280 pounds for a dwarf. That's why
Well, I
when
could
Gale
take.
Gale charges, it's
How much would he fucking weigh if he had an 1800?
probably 380.
It looks like I can take Seto or Aedan, but not both.
Well, I don't have to go. I could just cast a spell and send you guys off, and I could hang here if you want to take Gale with you.
Gale's too heavy. He weighs 280 without any equipment.
I'm too
Oh,
light.
wow. Wow. What's his height?
4
4
foot.
foot.
It's a cannonball.
Oh. Well, I
He's
can
got a
go
low
then
center.
with Aedan.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I can't. If you weigh 100 pounds and he weighs 180, we're over the 250.
Yeah,
With
I'm
both
not
of
sure
you.
exactly how much you weigh, but I know I don't weigh like a dwarf.
If you weigh 70 pounds or less, I can take you. Well, with no gear.
How much does Smyddwack weigh? He probably weighs about as much as Alleseto.
But I can't take Smitty because he's not here.
Yep.
We're frolicking.
Yeah, I don't have a height or weight.
Can I
in
just
place.
not like? Can't
think
I just
mine
like
was
meet you
automatically
guys at the tower, like near the tower?
See,
You say-
Aedan, you're from here, and I think between you and Belari, you guys should be able to figure out a way to kind of bribe your way, not for right now, but so that when we need it later, you get to the tower. That's probably going to be a good use of your skills, given you're from here.
But I ain't no rogue, but I'll try my best. Then again,
Yeah.
does it cost anything to get in this area though?
Let's see that area that you're talking about, Aedan.
Yeah, that gate. Since the wizard's tower is over there.
So let's see here. Yes, so Belari had found that there is a place called the Palace Guard Inn, and it straddles the General's Way. And
That bastard.
basically it's a guardhouse that's an inn, but it's basically a barracks for the guards, and the guards they don't really have much skin in the game as far as people going in through this gate here. They have more skin in the game because of the
gate over
general. Yeah. So that one's pretty heavily guarded, and they actually are more loyalist type of guards. These are just shakedown artists that basically will let you in. They don't really care if you run rampant, and they actually there's a little gate on this outer wall to the tower itself
I'm
that
so
isn't guarded.
I'm so tempted to just go berserk and just go to the palace garden right now. I'm so fucking tempted.
Well, they're definitely not. Uh, they'll let people in. They just tend to charge an arm and a leg.
Fuck. I don't think I have an armor and a leg. Well, not well. Literally, I do, but in terms of currency, what I only have the 6. What was it?
I think you guys have all your currency in a chest
The
of.
7 silver ladies, which I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to cover, which I'm assuming this gate would be.
I think Smyddwack made a bunch of gold lords.
Fake gold lords. But he's out in the
Yes.
forest.
Yeah, he made 23 with my 23 copper.
Oh, okay. Who has the 23 gold lords?
I gave the last person to go in all the money, all the local currency.
Oh, okay.
So
Who was that? Was that Alleseto?
It might have been Seto or Belgrakas.
I took some money last.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I gave Seto all the coin. So Seto, you should have 5 gold lords, like 7 silver ladies, and 23 copper knaves that are made into gold lords.
Okay.
So you should have a total of what, 30 gold lords?
So we should probably give all that over to Aedan and Belari.
Or what was it? 4 gold lords or something like that.
Belari,
30.
she's off with the Thieves Guild, so you'll have to take Gale more than likely with you, Aedan, Gale, and Alleseto.
No, Alesseto's coming with me.
Oh, he's coming with you. Okay.
And how much gold lords was it again?
Okay.
I think it's a total of 30.
28.
Oh, 28.
23,
Okay.
Yeah, 5 plus 23. And
I guess I'll have Gale.
7 silver ladies.
I guess I'll have Gale carry that then.
Now remember, they get a saving throw if you try to use your Fool's Gold Lords.
Yeah, like -20 or some shit like that.
It's
Yeah, I
negative
was-
10. It's a negative 10.
Yeah, it's a pretty serious negative on that roll.
All right.
Okay, so
you
so
guys
then
have a plan?
we go up to the terrace, Aliceto and I,
All right.
and I cast invisibility on both of us.
Okay.
And then I put my hand on his shoulder and speak the word of teleportation while staring at the tower, right in the spot on the grass outside of the tower that I want to land.
All right. You can see the part where you can see, because the tower is up a hill from you. You can see. Let me see if I can see what your view would be like.
Hopefully a lot from the terrace up at the top. But whatever I can see.
Here. You can see there is a building up there that is, well, let's see. Actually, you know what? You can see a little bit of a piece of the land that juts out. So you could make it there. It looks like it's about a 10-foot riser, and it's probably, oh, I don't know, 45 feet away from the tower.
Okay. That's where I go.
All right. So let's see. Do you have to make a roll for that?
That's up to you. I'm literally staring at the place I want to teleport to.
Oh, okay. So what is it, like a 90%, 99% chance or something?
That's up to you again.
All right, let's see here.
There's a guide, but if you're there isn't a number for staring at the place that you want to teleport to.
Oh, okay.
You have to decide what category that falls into.
I would say it's easiest, simply because I think teleport without error is the. Isn't there another spell like that?
Yeah.
I think that one is the one that's perfectly safe. Let's see here. Just there we go. Probability of teleporting. Okay, so roll a die 100. If you roll over a 97, it's going to be bad for you.
Okay.
All right.
83.
All right. So Belgrakas, all of a sudden there is a coursing of magic through your veins as you shout the words of the spell. You and Alleseto appear, and it is extremely dark where you are.
Unnaturally so.
It seems to be that way, and you can't see the tower from where you are.
Okay, but I know the direction it's in, correct?
Yes, it is to from where you were landing. It was to the northeast or northeast of you.
So I head that way.
All right, go ahead. Let's see. Can you see your character here?
Orth is here.
Oh, Orth is here. Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I had to go.
All right.
Hey, Orth.
Maybe we'll give a rundown because Orth was with you in the inn. So if you want to, right before
How much
the
do you weigh, Orth?
goes off, you might want to chat with him. Let him know what's going on.
A normal amount for a 20-year-old human male. Let's see.
Well, 150, 180, 200. How tall are you? How strong are you?
44.
144?
No, it just says 44. So
Well,
what is
that can't be right.
That's not kilos, is it?
No, that's pounds. It's probably your gear, though.
Probably 144. Or it's probably 44 plus some.
What's your strength?
Sorry.
What's your strength,
I'm still
Orth?
opening my 14.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say Gale has a 17 strength and he's 4 feet tall and weighs 280.
But he's also a dwarf.
Say he weighs 144 because that seems reasonable.
All right.
80 pounds overweight.
144. If we half his gear, Alleseto, if we half your gear, how much will you weigh?
Oh, hold on.
Aedan, meanwhile, you and Gale make it up to the inn of the
Palace Guard.
Yeah. And you see some heavily muscled
Punky
basically
men.
yeah, that are basically standing there. One of them has an eye patch, another one is wearing basically a leather hood over he looks like an executioner, but it's a old ratty moth-eaten hood. And he looks at you. Oh, what do you want?
I'm just passing by.
You got your pass?
Yes.
Where's your business?
Well, I'm just passing by, that's all. You know, visiting a friend in this area.
Nobody passes up the general's way just on business. You got to pay to get through here and state your business, 'cause we might not like letting you through here.
I do have the coin, my friends. I do have the coin.
He looks over at his friend. Oh, this one says he's got the coin, does he? And what about your little friend here? Looks
Gale?
like he could lay off the ale a little bit.
Oh, come on, he's a dwarf. They all love ale. Well, including me. I tickle his
Dwarf?
beard. I tickle Gale's beard a little bit.
Looks more like a boulder of some sort. Like a diseased, mottled boulder.
What did you just say?
Stay cool. Stay cool, Gale.
A disease modded boulder. Look at how muscle bound this creature is.
I have a hard time seeing it through those layers of fat.
Okay.
Maybe it has to strength.
I'm fucking this up so badly. Damn it.
I could just put a stick behind him and he'd roll right back down that hill.
No, you don't need to do that. We're just gonna be passing by, that's all.
Go find a chocolate lake to jump into.
How about you go find a chocolate lake to go down into?
No, what's your business, you and your hairy companion?
Um,
Why is he so ugly and what's that symbol he wears around his neck?
it's
A lot of questions.
Tell me
You
that
know,
it's...
I tell you, it's the symbol of my god, and he's got a very good tenant. Would you like to learn it?
There are no gods around here. You better take that off before I stuff it down your neck.
No. Come here. Let me show you a little bit about this.
He was being sarcastic. It comes from a friend of his that called himself a god. He had a god complex.
Yeah. We don't need to.
Gale, what are you thinking, Gale?
I'm thinking that if he takes a couple steps to me, I'm going to show him what my god stands for.
All
I
right,
get
Aedan.
myself into a trance, just a berserker trance, just in case while we're talking to these guys.
All right. Right. Aiden's talking and he starts frothing at the mouth, and the guy in the leather hood's like, starts looking over at the eye patch guy, and the eye patch guy kind of shakes his head at him a little bit and says, "Fine, we'll let you and your elephants man pass, but you need to pay the general's tax."
Just tell us what the fucking tax is.
You don't look so well. Perhaps when you're in there, you go visit the wizard. He could help you, maybe.
That's what we wanted to do anyways. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right.
Well, I don't.
Well, you look like you're like Caladran fucking Clangeddon. You swear on the dead.
Yeah, that's probably swear the closest deity
right.
there is.
So to get in here, because you've been so rude, your tax is going to be 5 gold. And this dwarf, he's got to pay the 5 gold plus the race tax, plus being double wide tax and road maintenance tax.
Double wide.
And road tax, because we have to maintain this road. So his fee is 15.
Fucking hell.
You know, how about I get you guys some food? You look like you can use some good food and drink.
I bet you know how to get some food.
Oh, very well.
He looks over at you, holds out his hand expectantly while the barbarian or the berserker's frothing at the mouth.
Would you like something to drink first, or would you like the food first?
I'll take the food.
All right. Give me 1 second to pull up the spell.
And how much gold did Silli give us? 28, right?
Yep.
All right. I guess I'll keep track of that.
5 of it's real. So keep that separate. Only spend the fake shit first. The 23 fake shit.
Ooh, oh, he has to make a saving throw. I forgot. Hold on a second.
Damn. Oh. All the while this conversation is just going on, just like it's just Aiden's frothing at the mouth. It's like,
Oh, right. He fails his spell, or he fails the save. Right, you got veins popping out in your hands as you like clench these gold coins so much they dig the face into your palm, and then you release it as you're all veiny and wild-eyed and frothing at the mouth. And meanwhile, Gale is doing something.
I give him the
Yes,
5
I
real
take
gold. I gave him the 5 real gold.
All right, plus the 15 fake.
Yep.
All right, what does Gale do?
Gale. Almost.
You had to go tell him about your god, didn't you, Gale? Look how expensive that shit is now. I don't think we'll.
No, I'm
If we,
trying to find the create food and water.
we should have told him you had a god complex or something like that.
3rd level spell. All right, I found.
Did Orth want to transport with Belgrakas? And Smitty and Silli, what are you guys doing now that it's about mid-morning?
I need a little update on what's going on.
Oh yeah, why
Sorry.
don't you guys give him a deep dive of what's going on here while Gale's trying to feast.
I won't be able to take both Orth and Alleseto, unfortunately.
I could get myself down to shoot.
I need you to be down to 135.
Oh yeah, no. I'd have to be naked and
Missing
Without a leg.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this will be quick, I hope. So, why don't you hold the fort here, and we're in Rook Roost Tavern, the inn.
Okay.
So, Seto and I will go head over there.
All right, so Seto, you and Belgrakas land out on this outcropping as Gale creates. What kind of food do you create, Gale?
It's gonna be. I mean, it's mainly gonna be meat and stuff. So I'm creating
right.
both the food and the water at the same time.
All right.
So
How
the
much
food
can you create?
The food thus created is highly nourishing, although kind of bland. Each
All right.
cubic foot of the material sustains 3 humans, so it's 9 cubic feet
Okay.
of food and water.
All right.
The food decays. I don't care about that. The water created is like water, so the water stays.
Where are you creating this food?
He held out his hand.
All right. You're gonna create 9 cubic feet of food in his hand.
Yep.
All right.
And then water. So the water
Okay.
will be on top of it.
All right. So he looks at you, and you're starting to call on the words of Clangeddon singing a dwarvish war song, and he's like, "Oh, the rock speaks and sings in a harsh voice," and then all of a sudden he's covered in 9 cubic feet of banana pudding.
Oh fuck, Gale!
So now he's like his head is sticking out of the banana pudding, but it's 9 cubic feet worth, so he's basically locked in this thick mass of banana pudding with like vanilla wafers all over the top.
Don't forget like the 30 cubic feet of water that douses him.
Okay,
Dusts him afterwards.
All right, he goes sliding down the hill
Thank
on
you, water.
a slurry of water and banana pudding.
And he's just eating this, where it's like.
No, he's like 20 feet down and gets up. The other eye-patched one looks with his nose in the air and says, "You may pass."
Well, thank you.
All right, so Gale, you step into the entrance of the wall with Aedan, and Aedan is now he's about 5
Well,
minutes
you know what?
into his
Would
rage.
Orth have come with them since he couldn't come with us?
It's up to Orth.
I'm still not sure what's going on. Where are we going?
We're going to the
So-
wizard's tower.
We're going to Wizard's Tower. Belgrakas and Seto were... So the intent here was that Belgrakas was going to take a sample of the material that the tower is made of, and then come back and analyze it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Aedan, I thought, was going to work with Belari and try to figure out a way to get to the Wizard's Tower when we need to get there.
Okay.
And it looks like it's turned out to everybody's going to the tower now. So I think that's what's happening. But we are still missing Silli and Smyddwack because nobody knows where they are. And I couldn't cast Ascending. They went out of the town and had a drunken evening last night in the forest. And they haven't come back
It's a cocaine event.
because they don't have a pass. You know, remember
Right.
we had to have those passes. Belgrakas wasn't able to scry them this morning because he had already put the mirror back in the chest and sent it back to the astral plane. And he, instead of memorizing that spell this morning, he memorized 2 teleports, so he could teleport to the tower and back.
Uh-huh.
He also, therefore, did not memorize Ascending spell, which is also the same level spell, and could not send Ascending to the others. So that's going to have to wait until tomorrow.
I hope they're
So
all
that's where
right.
we are. Yeah.
So Orth, you've been
Yeah, I
hanging in
would've-
this inn with also Belgrakas also got in contact with your buddy Cymbeline.
Oh, right. Was there any
And
word from him?
oh yeah, Belgrakas.
Yes. I told them that I believe we've been able to determine the source of the plague. It's a creature from the outer planes that fights in the blood war, but it is not a demon or a devil. It is from one of the outer planes in between, and quite powerful. And I believe it was either set free or escaped from the tower. If the latter, then the wizard is probably dead.
I see.
Seto has a spell that can banish the creature, but we must know its true name. And if the wizard did summon it here, brought it here, he should have his full name, true name somewhere. Hopefully not just in his head.
Or
And if it is in his head, I'm sure Alleseto, once we find the body, can speak with dead and we can figure it out.
Or you could just kill this thing.
Or we could just kill the thing, if that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's from another plane, can't I just banish it?
You need its true name.
It's not as fun as killing it.
So we need to find its true name. And we're not
Well, 'cause
entirely
that's
sure it's
spell
back in
where
the
you don't need
tower.
the true name in order to banish things.
I'm just curious if it ended up plaguing that one town, how the fuck did like the guards like not notice this creature? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not like it was walking down Main Street.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like how did like people not notice it? How are people not talking about this creature?
They were talking about there was a strange visitor that had a cage with a small creature in it, and that got let loose in the town, and that is very likely.
Do you
part of-
think that's its true form, or do you think that's just its disguise?
It could
What
have
was
been.
that, Aliceto?
What's that? Yeah.
What were you asking?
Do we know what this creature is called, or what the race? Is it a creature or an intellectual being?
It is a very smart being, if it is what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
So then they have it.
I think it is from the plane in between the two, which would mean Hades, which would mean a daemon or a demodount of some sort. But I
Interesting.
am not entirely sure.
I can't wait to kill this thing.
So Orth, where did you wish to go? And Silli and Smyddwack, now that you've kind of recovered a bit, what are you guys doing?
Go ahead, guys.
Silly's gonna
Silly.
ask. Russica.
All right.
He's gonna ask him if he can watch the horses for us.
Ah. Yes, we shall watch the horses. They will graze in the middle at the end of the Retenza River. Here.
And do you know of any horses that might, be looking to help some people?
Some horses?
Yeah.
Oh, there is rumored to be the guardian of Felry Forest, deep in the heart of the forest. However, she is not a horse per se, but not many horses in the forest.
Is
Not
she a
the.
unicorn?
She is horse-like, but not a true unicorn. We don't have quite enough acres to warrant us a full-on unicorn.
Um, is she nice?
She's nice to those that bring goodwill to the forest.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Smyddwack, do you want to go meet her?
Yeah, I mean, she's like, she's a horse, but not really. That sounds like most human women I see. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll take the long way into the forest to Rook Roost.
All right.
Like,
All right, you guys start heading off into the forest, and your little companion, he says, "Silly, what would this place filled with humans? What would they call me? Ondine is such a sprightly name.
I'm going to call you Odie.
Odie.
All right, Warren. I gotta go and get ready for work right now.
All right.
Sorry.
Hey, no worries,
Late.
man.
Later, guys.
Peace.
All right, Gale. You are starting to head through the gate, and Alleseto, you and Belgrakas are perched on a ledge, and off in the distance, it is darkness.
Yeah, we go in the direction of the tower.
All right.
And I have my
Go-
staff, so I have the continual light
All right.
on it.
So you step into. Go ahead and move your character.
You have to
And
tell me
you're-
where the tower was.
It's to the northeast.
Northeast. Okay. We go around the ledge, right?
All right. So you step, and your staff lights, and the darkness closes in behind you.
And I keep a hand on Aliceto.
Is it a darkness that I can't see through as well with my infrared?
Yeah, you don't see the infrared Belgrakas.
Oh, that's really dark.
Oh, really?
So you're probably right in his little trail of light there.
Holding on to his robes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Orth, you and Gale step in through the city or through the gate as the banana pudding monster is down the hill a little bit. And you see off in the distance, you come up the General's Way, and then you cut over on the
Whereabouts are we on this map?
the Triumph Ferry, which is, or not the Triumph Ferry, but the maybe that right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where we are too.
Yeah, you guys are. I'll move Aedan's character to where you guys are. So you guys are right there.
Oh, okay. So we have one more gate to go through.
And this
So
is
you can
the
see off in the
really
distance the tower looming up
This is
ahead.
the tower.
Oh, okay, we are there. Gotcha.
Yep. And you can see a fairly high black wall surrounding the tower itself. And there is a wrought iron gate right in the middle of it. And as you approach the tower, it's almost like night starts to fall. And then as you get closer and closer, it basically is obscured until you're looking up the wall, and it's almost like a wall of solid black. Silli, you, Odie, and Smyddwack are making your way into the forest. It's fairly slow going because it gets thicker and thicker as you get into it.
Are you sure we're going to be safe here?
Why wouldn't we
It's
be
getting a
safe?
bit creepy, silly. I don't know. I'm usually kind of like the party with your friends, but this is. I'm not usually in trees like this. There's no trees like this in the Underdark. It's a bit spooky.
It's nice. Just think of it like the Upper Dark.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Upper Dark. Sure.
Instead of rocks, these are made of trees.
Right. They're like stalactites.
All right, you guys get to a real thick area, and then there is a huge ravine that drops into a river, fast rushing river.
Wow.
And does the river lead out of the forest, or does it go deeper into the forest?
The river leads north and south.
Which way would the current take us?
If you were to jump into the river, which is very deep down and fast rushing, it would take you directly south.
Is it? Are they here?
Yep.
Is that what that line is? Yeah.
Yep.
Do we have to traverse the river? I asked Odie.
I've never met the Guardian, but I know that she lives in the heart of the forest near a very large lake. Ooh, that's a big silly.
Over here.
Oh, okay, there we are. I was on the wrong map. Open the upper map. Okay.
It's a bit of a journey.
Well, we're right here. We're here. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
this little thing over here throwing you off.
Oh, that's hold on a second. That is so it's moving per the grid lines. I gotta hold on a second.
That's where we are also.
This technically should be right at the edge of the forest, kind of here.
I got you. Okay.
What does silly snorted here mean?
We had a party in the woods with the fey creatures, and we might have snorted some pixie dust.
Yeah,
Is that
pixie
what
dust.
Yeah.
You don't want to know the stuff they did.
It's a party. Okay.
All right, Gale, you and Orth are at the wall of this blackness.
Does does the light on my shield penetrate it at all?
It shines and then it's engulfed by the blackness.
So if I lean into it, it gets engulfed.
Yeah, and so then basically all you can see is just your very immediate person, and like Gale's hand if he's got a grasp of your cloak.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go walking in there. What are these buildings around here?
They look to be mostly dilapidated, kind of hollowish. There is if you go downwards, because this is you guys are going up basically up into a higher elevation here. You start heading down elevation. You start getting to. There is looks to be what used to be a guild hall. However, it is abandoned and looks like it's been pretty thoroughly looted. And most of the buildings in this quarter look like they've been pretty much abandoned, which gives the keep up on this hill a very good view and defensive area around here that
There's no people.
no, it's pretty deserted up in here. The only people are every once in a while you get, especially like wagons of goods coming up the general's way into the palace and back down. But this whole quadrant of the city is pretty quiet. And then you're thinking that some of these other buildings might be houses that some of the general's lackeys live in. But they're well away from this tower. Anything near this tower seems to be somewhat derelict.
Yeah. So like number 20, this is what you were talking about, the guild hall.
Yep, yep.
I say we go check it out.
All right.
What
All right,
can
sure.
Can we tell what kind of guild it was?
So Gale is looking at it, and Gale can make a check here. This Gale would more than likely know. Gale, can you make a? Let's see. Yeah. Actually, you know what, Gale? You could make a. You can make a stonemasonry check here.
Haven't been able to use that very much.
No.
Well, he knows all about it then, if that's what it is.
Yep. I can tell you the mountain where this stone was dug out of.
My mom had some of this as a wedding gift. There's precious stone bowls. I know this maker's mark. Oh. Was this a dwarven guild?
You know, based on the look of it, it doesn't look like this stone was worked at all. It looks like it was done magically. I think that, especially with the tower right there, this is probably the mage's old guild hall.
Ah. Interesting. You think there's anything in here to any clue? I mean,
Well, there might be. How old? I mean, how long does it look like this thing has been abandoned?
Let's see here. Dale got a critical.
It looks like it's probably been abandoned for 80 to 100 years. But if you look over at these marks over here, it looks like somebody went in there and probably looted the place. I'd say within the last 30 years. So there might be some things in there, but if it was lying around, it's probably gone.
maybe there's a trapdoor, tunnels, that sort of thing to get to the tower.
Maybe. I mean, even look at that. They stole the glass windows.
What are we looking at?
Why in the world do they steal the glass windows?
They don't have glass windows in their house.
Apparently not, yeah. Huh. if actually, I think that's a door right over there, a hidden door right over in the floor.
Where's that? Are you on a map that I'm not on, or are you reading text from Warrant that I don't have?
I'm reading text but putting it in my own words.
Okay.
So you're standing, basically, if you imagine standing in kind of a ancient guild hall, pale light streaming in. There's a light rain outside now. Very quiet. You can see just the frames of the stained glass, and one of the flagstones Gale notices. I mean, it was set perfectly because the mages erected this on their own, but there is just a hint of a flaw in the stone where they couldn't get the seam 100% sealed, and there is upon closer examination, you get down and eyeball it or on your knees, and you can just faintly make it out. Gale noticed it like 20 feet away. So
Yeah, I say we check it out. Let's see if there's another way into this place.
Yeah, sounds good to me. How old is the tower again?
it's hard to say. Belari had relayed that the tower appeared one day. There are no records of it ever having been built.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Is when roughly when did it appear?
She didn't find any information because nobody is alive long enough, and any information relating to that was probably stored here in the Mages Guild Hall back before it fell into ruin. All right, Belgrakas and Seto, what are you guys doing?
Moving toward the northeast.
All right, go ahead and move yourself there.
Where are we?
Like a game of Battleship. Toots.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, as you're making your way, it's very slow going because it's extremely dark. Your staff is only just lighting the area just around you, Belgrakas. And let's see here. You start making your way forward, and you run into what feels to be a tree. And you head to the north a little bit, and it feels to be a tree as well. Seto, you're standing in a tree.
Oh.
All right. Let's see, Belgrakas. All right, Belgrakas, you step forward, and it looks like a kind of a clear airing. This is fairly well manicured grass here.
Okay.
All right. Let's see, Gale and hold on one second here. Gale and Belgrakas, you've just stepped out onto what feels like a road.
Follow the road to the tower.
All right, hold on one second because let's see. So just to get that amount of distance and make your way through that thicket, that probably took you about 15 minutes. It's that slow going up with because you're basically sightless except for the light of your staff. Let's see. Silli and Smyddwack making their way. You've just arrived at that river gorge. What do you guys want to do?
We're gonna start heading north
Along the river?
Along the river. Yeah, along the river. I'd like to maybe hunt, use my bow, and do some bow fishing. Is that possible now?
You're not close. This gorge is extremely deep, so you're probably between 60 and 100 feet up from the river itself. Now you could make your way down to the river. You would just have to do a climbing check.
Is it possible we could just start walking and maybe the grass and everything will level out with the river at a certain point?
So let me see if I can
We're here.
see if I can show you kind of what the terrain looks like here.
Just a second. deep gorge in the middle of the forest.
Yeah. It looks kind of like... I know exactly what it looks like in my head because I've been to a gorge exactly like this in Glacier, but
You didn't take a picture.
I have a picture somewhere, but it's like an old camera picture.
Oh well, yeah.
It's kind of like this here, but it's it's quite a bit deeper, and there's no path. It's imagine all that undergrowth on the other side of this river gorge and being higher up. But it's that wet and kind of steep and can you guys see that here?
No, nothing about that. Oh, is it on,
Yeah,
On
well,
Discord.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Here's a
But it's
better
like 60 foot down.
yeah, here's a better idea of how deep it is. You just can't see the river trail.
Mm.
So you guys are kind of cutting right through the undergrowth there.
But this is a wide. This is quite a wide river, then, right? It's not just a stream. This is something
Yeah,
more
it's
serious.
pretty wide. It's
I see it. I
the
see
valley
it.
itself
Yeah.
is wider. The stream, the river down at the bottom, with the times that it comes into view through the undergrowth, you can see it varies between 15 foot wide, kind of when it gets really narrow, all the way up to about 40 feet wide at its wider points. But it's pretty fast moving because it's headed downhill.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Why don't we make our way down by the river and maybe I could hunt and we could eat some lunch?
I guess so. Yeah, that Vampire River would be good. I don't actually think I like being up this high. Oh, I look over the edge. I'm like, oh well. I mean,
Luckily,
I've crossed some.
it's such thick undergrowth, Silli or Smyddwack, that it's not like you're just kind of every once in a while you come to an area that's kind of like an outcropping that's like it's a sheer drop down, which gives you a little bit of vertigo.
Yeah. I mean, Silly's okay somehow when it comes to like deep, dark caverns and passing a bridge, but somehow this open air plus deep caverns or crevice, it's something's going wrong in his like internal system.
Gale, you start kind of feeling around that door, and you can feel that there's a kind of a strange counterweight mechanism on it, but you basically manage to put weight on two pieces of the floor, and it rotates smoothly, seamlessly, 90 degrees, and opens up into basically a stonework stairway leading down. It smells very musty down there.
Is there any
Now
evidence?
this story's well done.
Is there any evidence of tracks or recent traffic?
No, and there's no dust either.
Oh,
All right. Give me a second here, guys.
We should take the door.
who's all with us? It's me, you, Aedan. Is Belari with us, or is she off doing something?
I think she was at the Thieves
I
Guild.
think it's dust.
Ah, Rob's not joining us tonight, is he, or is he coming in later?
I don't know. I don't know how late we're playing. And it doesn't look like it because he already announced that, oh no, Belari's not going to make it tonight.
Be right back.
All right.
By the end of this week, I will have driven about 7,000 miles.
Damn.
That's a busy week. Good paycheck too.
All right, let's see here. So, Gale and Orth, you were in the decrepit building heading down.
Wrong pipe.
You're heading down the stairwell into the depths below. Doesn't look like any feet have passed this in some while.
I'll keep an eye out for stone traps.
All right. The way that this looks, it was so well hidden, it doesn't seem that the people that had made this had looked for any traps or had assumed that anybody was going to be breaking in. But it's a
That's good.
fairly narrow tunnel. It's about 6 feet high and about 4.5 feet wide. And it slowly descends and runs for about 100 yards. And then it levels off. And then it just continues on into the doom and gloom for quite a while.
Is this going towards the tower?
I don't know if any of you can tell direction underground.
The dwarf can, can't he?
I think I can. That's part of being a dwarf.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. I think
I
you
mean,
can
we just
actually.
got in it, so we would
Double
kinda-
checking that right now.
Okay. I think, yeah, maybe dwarves can tell direction underground.
Okay, detect grade and slope, new passage, depth, determine approximate depth. I don't see anything about direction though.
But if we
I wonder
haven't
if
gone very far,
that might be a gnomish. You know
Right.
what? You probably could ascertain that based on looking outside and then gaining an idea, because the tunnel is straight. It's literally,
Yeah.
it doesn't go around any curves or anything. So it
I mean,
looks to be heading in a vector towards at least the wall of the tower. You're not sure if it's heading towards the tower itself.
Oh, well, this is convenient. I was thinking we could dig into the tower. Looks like somebody else has done it for us.
yeah. How far do we go before we go back and meet up with the rest of them?
So you go
Until it seems too dangerous.
about 70 meters, and then the grade starts to go up, and it goes up fairly severely, and it comes to basically a you can't go up any higher because it comes to a stone entranceway, or not
Oh.
entranceway, but it comes to a stone ceiling, I guess I would say.
Can you stone shape a peephole through that?
Meanwhile,
I
Alleseto and
might be able to.
Belgrakas, all of a
Well, there might
sudden,
be enough door.
Belgrakas, you step out on the road, and all of a sudden you hear this
Shoo, shoo, shoo,
Uh-oh.
shoo.
and a arrow kicks up a little dust right at your feet.
Okay.
Got your
I put out a scroll.
All right,
Protection from normal missiles.
all right, all right,
And
and roll for initiative, because there is some crazy shit happening now.
okay.
It was nice to know you two.
All right. Let's see. Reason. Practice of 3. All right, Orth and Gale, you guys can roll for initiative as well here.
Oh. We're just standing at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
I can't click on a character.
Let me put you in initiative then here.
I can just roll and tell you what it is.
Put yourself right there.
3.
All right. All right, Belgrakas. So let me hold on a second here. All right. So Belgrakas pulls out a scroll, starts casting, and more arrows start to fly. As let's see here. All right, AC of 6 at Belgrakas,
Miss.
and AC of 4 at Belgrakas.
Miss.
All right, Alleseto, AC of 9,
Miss.
AC of -9.
That's a hit.
All right, you take an arrow right into, comes snicking through, hits you right in the thigh for 8 damage.
Whoa.
And 1, it's Belgrakas, 2, it's Alleseto. Oh, Alleseto. Ooh,
That's a
AC
hit.
-4 and AC -1.
Hit.
Both hit.
Both hit.
Ooh, 14 as arrows snick at you. All right, Belgrakas, you're up. Arrows just start flying all over the place.
My spell goes off.
All right. That is protection from normal missiles, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. It's a good protection from missiles. All right, Orth, you're up.
Well, hold on. I didn't say who I cast it on yet.
Oh, okay.
It's cast on Alleseto.
Okay, Alleseto is now magicked. All right, Alleseto, you feel a shimmering glow as now you can feel the turning of missiles. Now, what does that do on enchanted arrows?
Enchanted arrows, nothing.
Okay. All right. Orth, you're up.
Are we standing at the end of a hallway?
So you've
Stone
just
ceiling?
gone up basically a steep ramp, and you've come to a stone ceiling.
Right. So I will hold my action and ask Gale if he can stone shape a peephole through it. Can we hear anything?
No, it's just silent like a tomb.
First, can I see any potential opening?
No, this is not like the other side of the tunnel. This looks like there was maybe an entrance here before, but it looks like either something very heavy was put on top of it, or
The
You're
block
not sure.
from the other side?
yes.
Oh,
I might be able to stone shape
Warrant,
through it.
Warrant. There's something you may have forgotten, or Alleseto and I may have forgotten, but we're both invisible.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. You know what? That is true.
Do over.
Well, hold on a second, because these guys. Oh, yes. Because. And you do have it's improved invisibility, right?
It's regular invisibility. Once we attack, it's over.
Oh, okay.
But it lasts a long time.
Now, what happens to your light when you're invisible?
The light. Good question. It's in my hand. I think. I don't know who'd be able to see it.
Seto might be completely in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, does that mean that it's invisible to you also, right? If there's no light?
But
That
it's
would be a
not in
weird
Belgrakas.
thing. Yeah, because I could still see myself.
It's just a walking light going around because the invisibility goes beyond that.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
That is why people think the places are haunted. Good job.
I'm just adding to the mystique.
I think your light was detected, and you know what though?
They'd have a lot of negatives.
So let me just read through the math here. So the first arrow would have hit you because a -5 would have still hit your armor class, Alleseto.
Yep.
But would a 4 have hit your armor class?
No.
Or a 0, I mean, a 0.
Yes.
A 0 would have hit it? Okay.
Yes.
And how about a 3?
No.
Okay, so you get 7 back. Because basically they were just shooting at the glow of light, but we're not able to pinpoint a target because there is no target. There's just a random light.
Hold it away from your body.
Yeah.
All right, Orth, you're waiting.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do here.
All right.
My alertness on.
Well, let's see here. All right, you hear some rustling off to your east, Belgrakas, and you hear what sounds like footsteps trying to kind of sneak around towards the light, but they're making fairly slow progress. You don't have a sense that they're going to get to you this turn.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever passed an alertness check.
But you hear the steps on the gravel road, and they're coming from 2 different directions. What did I do? All right, so one seems to be moving towards the light from the south, and one's moving towards the light from the north. Gale.
Yes. So we're at the end of this tunnel. The only thing I can think of is he wants me to see about stone shaping. So can I tell which side the entrance should have been, or if it was straight up, or what, or is it like a perfect fit?
It's like the ramp was headed up and was gonna start leveling off again and maybe come to a door, but instead there was this very severe ceiling here, and you are still what feels like you're about 8 feet under the surface of the ground from your dwarven sense.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do a stone shape and start digging through.
All right. How many cubic feet can you stone shape?
18 per
18,
casting.
18 cubic feet. Okay. All right. So basically, you start crawling up a ramp of stone, and just enough to get your wide body through. You're doing about 2 foot diameter by or 3 foot diameter by
And I can cast it a couple more times if needed.
3 feet. So how far is that? That's 9 cubic feet. 3 by 3 is 9. 3 by 4 is 12. 3 by 5 is 15. 3 by 6 is 18 cubic feet. So once you go off, actually, you know what? This is going to make a difference. Are you from where you have just where the ramp has severely ended by a ceiling? So imagine that you're walking up this ramp and there is just a stone ceiling that starts at head level and beats down at the floor directly in front of you, headed north. Which way are you tunneling? Are you tunneling up through the ceiling to the south, or are you continuing to the north? You guys might want to talk this over before you cast.
Can you draw what we're talking about here?
Yeah, let me draw that for you.
Yeah, so we have an idea.
Okay, so all right, this is a side view. So here's the tunnel.
Where are you drawing?
That's a bad color. Hold on, let me just delete this. Let me draw that again.
And the fog of war is on most of the map. Wow.
Yeah,
Let's
we can't see if you draw.
Let me just reveal this little area here. You see that?
We see a
Sort of.
little bit, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now let me draw. Okay. So here's looking at a side view. So you've got a tunnel here, and then the tunnel starts going kind of up like this, right? And then you've got a severe ceiling right there. So you guys,
Well, with his dwarven sense, can he tell?
are right there.
With his dwarven sense, can he tell which way is the quickest way to get out? Like which direction is the least deep?
So
Yeah, I can tell the depth and how it's going. Well, potentially, I'd have to roll a d6.
because you're about 8 feet under the ground where you are now in raw elevation below the level, but there's a question which way you go, how much stone is over your head.
Gotcha.
It's up to you.
Because one direction you go, you're going to be burrowing through more stone than the other direction.
So the question is, do we go? Are we going straight up or continuing the slope?
Yeah.
I'd say continue the slope. Because, I mean, the slope is the way it was supposed to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But straight up might be a shorter path.
Might be, but it's kind of hard to climb straight up in stone.
True. We're going to have to go at a slope anyway so that we can actually maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we'll do it at a slope.
All right. So you start carving through, and with 18 cubic feet of tunnel,
And
you make it through 18 cubic feet, and there's still more stone above you, but now you can tell that you're only let's see, you are only 3 feet below the surface now.
Before you bust through, do you want to just poke a little hole and see if we can see or hear anything on the other side, just in case?
yeah, I can do that. So I'll cast it again, and I'll start by punching a hole through.
You'll have to wait till next round.
Next round.
Yep. All right, there is a fell sound on the air, Belgrakas, as there is the sound of magic.
Is it possible to for a mage to recognize another spell?
Yeah, spellcraft.
Oh, so if another you can do a spellcraft check to
Yeah.
see if you know what spell is being cast.
Yes. I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be meta. I was just asking a question.
And I failed.
All right, this spell you haven't heard before, but it is definitely arcane. Doesn't sound extremely high level. And you brace, waiting for some sort of ill effect.
Okay.
All right. I gotta set this up so this guy has. Okay. All right. So there is this sound of magic, and then there is a shouting of a voice that's kind of nasally, and it's basically, I see the interlopers now. You, Maxis, head south east, and you, Draxus, head northwest, and you'll converge upon them. Looks to be, oh, this is bad. He looks to be a spellcaster beyond your game. And then he starts to chant another spell. And let's see, let's put him in the token layer. Okay, and all right, Alleseto, you go.
I whispered to Orth.
Or
no,
you mean
can't.
Belgrakas?
Oh, I'm sorry. I whispered to Belgrakas. Hey, can we just pull? Can you snuff the light? Will they still see us?
They've detected my enchantment that makes us invisible, is what I suspect. So the light isn't going to The light, removing the light will merely hinder us.
Which direction are the arrows come from? The east or
Oh, you gotta look at
north?
your leg.
Yeah, if you've got one in the leg.
Half your leg. That's
Yeah.
sticking out.
It's kind of at an angle, so it looks like it came from higher ground.
Oh. I see. I keep on moving, and I try and drag Belgrakas to the northeast a bit.
All right. You come up against a ledge that's pretty sheer, but actually it gives you a little bit of cover. But it looks like you're along some sort of cliff wall here. Feeling along. You're dragging Belgrakas with you? All right.
Yes.
His light is just illuminating just so you can see just in front of your face dark glistening rock.
Can I see
Yeah.
how high this ledge is?
Let's see. It is about 15 feet up. And overhangs a little bit at the top. So whatever was firing down at you is now going to have a more severe angle, but one of the arrows is stuck straight kind of out at you.
If I try to cast stone shape here to make an opening, like a step to climb upwards, is that an attack where I'd be visible again?
No, that's not an attack.
Yeah, no, you'd still be under the guise of the spell.
Then I try and stone shape the steps that we can climb up here, up to the upper ledge.
Okay. All right. So you gain you start casting or shaping some stones in, and how many cubic feet can you get?
It'd be 9 cubic feet plus 1 cubic foot per level.
What level?
I need a
wizard
half
or-
a cubic foot to
Oh
do
no,
it.
it's 3 cubic feet plus 1 per level, so that's 11 cubic feet
11 cubic
worth of
feet.
stone.
Okay. All right. And you only need to carve out about a cubic foot per step if they're pretty severe steps. So yeah, you can do that and make it up the ledge. Only Barbarian hasn't moved this turn. So
This would take it says it would take a round to do that, so
yep. All right. So that's basically what happens. And Orth, you're up.
I'm playing back half of the pony with the dwarf here, so I'm just gonna hold.
All right.
Or there's nothing I can do here.
All right. New round here. Everybody roll for initiative. We have Gale and Orth and Seto and anybody else from us. Meanwhile, in the Happy Forest Land, did you make a hunting check, Silly?
No, I'll do that.
All right.
That one. I didn't want to interrupt combat with our silliness in the forest.
Wait.
fishing too. Should I make fishing?
Okay.
Or...
Yeah, you could do either both since you guys are kind of out there.
Hunting. Nope.
All right, you go running off after a brace of conies, and you trip over a log that's in the way and go flying ass over tea kettle. Meanwhile, Odie flies off of your shoulder and lands in the river. And now you have to make a fishing check to get him out.
Oh, Odie.
Wasn't a critical fail.
Nope.
Okay, he's going down the river. What are you doing, Smyddwack?
I'm gonna jump in the river and chase him.
First, I'm laughing, and then I realize this might be a problem. So I suppose I go running. I go running after them.
All right, you go running along the. Make a dex check, Smyddwack, to see if you can dodge all of the undergrowth.
Absolutely.
How's the water, Warren? Is it cold? Is it warm?
All right, Smyddwack, you go running headlong and chasing the river downstream as Odie is flailing about, and you see Silli jump in. Silli, do you have swimming?
I don't have swimming, no.
Okay, you start flailing and moving your arms around, and then you just the thought goes through your brain that you can't swim. So now you and Odie are both being carried down a rushing river.
Oh boy. Holy mackerel. Wait a minute here.
Any illusion amount of that?
Smyddwack is running along the edge of the river, dodging trees and fighting his way through tangles and brambles and everything else along this river. Trying not to slip on the odd rock as he splashes in the river every so often as the two
Oh boy.
the two fays go down the river.
I don't think I have any kind of spell to help you.
Come on in.
Where's the river going? Wait! What if there's a waterfall?
Are you jumping in? All right, make a Constitution check there, Silli.
Damn it.
All right, Silli manages to keep just his head above water, but he can't make any headway. Odie is also flailing about, trying to get free. He's about 15 feet ahead of you, Silli, and Smyddwack, they're slowly losing you because they're moving so quickly.
Geez, I can't. I can't swim. I have no idea how to swim. This is a problem, but if they leave me out in the woods, I'm gonna die. So I guess I'm gonna. I'll have to jump into the river after.
All right. All right. Silli just Smyddwack just is running along, sees him losing, and being none used to ever having been in any sort of water and not knowing how to dive or anything, he basically just runs straight into the water, trips on a slippery rock, does a somersault, falls, lands on his back, swallows some water, coughs, and now you're all rushing down this river. And we'll see what happens next round. Belgrakas, you are up, and you have a very bad feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a spellcraft on this spell and see if I can determine what it is.
Okay. All right, you are unable to ascertain the spell, but it is a very complex spell.
Okay. Not doing well with this. I try to pinpoint the voice.
All right.
And hopefully I get within a 30-foot cube of it. And I Let's see.
Gale
I will
and
time.
Gale, you were at the same time as Belgrakas.
I will time. Is it possible for me to time the completion of my spell with his?
It depends on the casting time.
Well, I should be able to out. It's a 3, so
It's a
I'll
3?
go. I'll go on a 5 if I
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, that looks like it's probably ahead of his.
So then I will plan it so that it goes off when his goes off,
All right.
and it's dispel magic.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Gale, you're up.
Diggy dig the hole.
All right, Gale.
Gale dig.
You dig 3 feet, and all of a sudden, you come out, and you can see around you.
We're making a porthole, remember?
That you're standing on a stone. You're standing on a set of stone, and you can see what was basically covering over the tunnel entrance is basically a very nice stonework, and off in the distance, it is completely shrouded in black.
What
You
is
hear
this
the
now?
sounds of combat to the southeast, or southwest, I'm sorry.
Is there any way to tell who's fighting?
You have no clue, but it sounds like there's some chanting to the southwest, right as you pop your head out of the, and some yelling and some voices.
So
I'm gonna move to the left.
this curve here, is that a solid piece? Or is that a
Yes, it
wall of
is,
darkness?
and no, it's actually you can just make out the area where you're standing, and I'll reveal that to you here.
I have a continual light on my shield.
At dark vision.
It's a very black wall, and there's a very solid looking doorway. And the door has a very intricate set of runes etched upon it.
Do we recognize the runes at all?
What's that?
Are we able to recognize the runes at all?
No, they do not look familiar to either of you.
Is this the basalt tower?
It feels like it's very rough stone, but it's hard to really make out it because there's this looming darkness all over the place. Let's see here. All right. So you guys are up on this little cliff face here. And so there are arrows now coming at the two of you, Belgrakas and Alleseto. All right, so the first set of arrows is coming at Belgrakas here. AC of 10.
Miss.
Oh, whoops. It's a miss, not a hit. AC of 5.
Miss.
All right, the second set of arrows Combat Alleseto. AC of 9.
Miss.
AC of 0.
Hit.
Ooh, 6 damage.
For a little guy, he's getting
But
And
it's
one is
reduced by the
Belgrakas, and
it's
2 is
it's reduced by the spell. His
uh
damage is reduced by protection from normal missiles.
oh, okay. What's it do? Just the enchantment damage?
Oh, it's an enchanted missile.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
Okay. AC of 5, Belgrakas.
Miss.
Ooh, he critically misses. So he yells in fury as you hear a bowstring snap. All right,
Okay.
Belgrakas and Orth, you guys are at the same time.
I think my spell's going off when his does, though. The
Okay.
idea is to dispel his spell and everything around him.
All right.
All spells in effect.
I need to fix my hit points here before.
Okay, go ahead, do that here.
I'm going to move this way along this edge. Is this? Am I talking about a sheer drop off?
No, it's just it's a sheer edge. It's just basically like this stonework was like just like somebody just dropped this right in the middle of whatever this hilltop is here.
Ah, okay. And does this wall here, this wall of darkness, stays as I approach it?
It does.
All right. I'm going to hold my action back here. I got to have something in front of me to fight it.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I just need to make sure. What's your level, Belgrakas?
10.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure. I got this. Okay, so all right, so this casting would be 2 levels below you.
Okay. So I don't dispel.
All right. Okay. All right, so you sing the words of magic
Unless there's something. Does thaumaturgy or tactics of magic give me any bonuses?
Not on this spell. This is just a raw arcane level. However,
Okay.
there is another effect that actually might work because
But I have to roll separately for it.
Yeah, you have to roll separately for that. But this, hold on. So what'd you roll?
11.
11. This caster is 7 levels higher than you.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay. All right. Do you have to roll for every effect, or is it just for every caster?
Every effect.
Every effect. Okay, you can roll twice more for a caster that's 2 levels below you.
Woo! Made that one.
All right. That makes this effect disappear. All right, and one more.
Made that one.
Oh, okay. All right. Both of those effects disappear. So he's now irritated. All right, Orth, what were you doing?
Holding.
Okay. Orth, hold. Footsteps running, and now this thing is moving off away from where you were, Belgrakas and Alleseto, and is shouting. And then he sounds like he's in front of you now. And this one is running this way.
We can't see any of that.
No, you can just hear it.
Okay.
So now it sounds like you've got runners to the north of you, Alleseto and Belgrakas, and the runners to the east of you. All right, Alleseto, what do you want to do?
I'm going to, when it comes to lighting a fire, do I need anything else? I've got a sack I can light on fire with flint and steel. Do I need oil for that, or do you think it'll catch?
You'd need really a torch, or unless you're trying to light, you just want to light like a burlap sack on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. It's only going to burn for like a round.
All right. As I say that, I'm gonna say to Belgrakas, I'm gonna do pyrotechnics.
Okay.
So I do that, and when I do that, I'll be able to cast the spell off the burlap sack when I just toss it somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Which way do you want to throw it?
I'm gonna throw it. Where the voice is coming from?
The voice of the casting sounds like it's coming from the east of you.
I'm going to check it that way.
All right. And let's see, how far does that roll? I guess you have to roll a 2-hit. But roll minus 4.
I'm just gonna check it away from us. I don't mean to check it at the voice.
Oh, okay. All right. So you chuck this burning burlap sack, and what's pyrotechnics do?
I was gonna cast that next round, but let me bring that back up.
So you have a burlap sack that you've just tossed. Which direction did you toss it? North?
I was gonna
south,
toss
east?
it toward the spellcaster's voice in that direction.
Okay. All right.
Spell effect. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to buy us some time with some
Yeah, I see
blinding
what you did
lights.
there. Okay. So you just tossed a burning sack out into the area where you thought these guys were. Okay. All right, I see what
I
you're
just
doing
mean to use as my catalyst.
All right. The voice of this nasally sounding some sort of magic user cries out, and there is another effect.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, there's this renting sound as these writhing things burst forth from the ground. And
It's like a hentai thing or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So there's a horrific sound, and Silli and Smyddwack and Odie, you guys roll a Constitution check since none of you can swim and you're in a raging river.
Please
No
don't
problem.
drown in the woods.
I mean,
All right, Smitty,
I'll
you
try
managed
not
to
to.
somehow keep your head above water. All right, Silli, you start to drown.
no, son of a bitch.
How deep is the river warrant? The bottom?
The river, you're in a fairly deep section, probably about between 12 and 15 feet deep at this area. And it's moving, the current is probably maybe 20 knots. So you guys are booking.
Is it a clear river or is it like one of those murky rivers?
No, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear.
Is there any debris along the river traveling with us?
You take 1 point of damage
Okay.
from beginning to drown. And every once in a while you'll see like a little bit of, but there's no like logs or anything in this river. This is a fast moving mountain river. And you're like,
Is it like a, maybe
roll a
like
roll a
true-
Constitution for Odie.
Okay. What with my stats or just a d20?
Just roll a d20. Ooh, Odie manages to keep his head above water too, and now because you've started to drown a little bit, Smyddwack and Odie are Smyddwack passes you by.
Are there any like trees that are like encroaching the river that have like big roots in the river, like on the
Yeah,
banks?
and if you can get to the side of the river, there's rocks, but you guys are kind of out in the middle right now, so if only you could swim, you could try and make your way in.
Dang it, that's not like something everybody knows how to do. You actually need the swimming proficiency to swim. That's not to like do fancy swimming.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you're like an Olympic swimmer and you're in a raging river, you'd still have a hard pressed time to friggin' make your way.
Oh yeah.
Raging river.
So there is up ahead. It looks like there's some rapids, which means that the water is getting a little bit shallower, and there's some rocks sticking up in the way. And you're coming at them pretty fast.
Oh boy! Oh no! I don't like this, Silly.
The Overdark's not treating you so good.
All right, I'm gonna hand a potion to Smyddwack as he's passing me. Is that possible?
Roll a dex check.
Right. Come on, silly, goddammit. More there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And is it possible for me to drink my potion of ghostliness and hand the second one to Smyddwack?
Maybe next round. You can let's see.
Well, I'll pass it to him right now.
All right.
That's my turn. That's cool.
All right, you managed to pass it to him. And Just for that, you take another point of drowning damage.
Okay.
All right, Silli or Smyddwack, you now have a potion, and let's see here. It is new round, so everybody go ahead and roll for initiative here.
Gale go? I don't
He
think Gale
got out of the stone shape thing.
Okay.
There is another sound of magic on the air. Roll a spellcraft, and you have a bonus to this one, Belgrakas.
What's the bonus?
Let's see. To your spellcraft on this spell, 4. That's with a 4
So
bonus?
no, that's not with it. It didn't give me an option to give one.
Oh, okay. So you would have gotten a 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. So you hear the sounds of a dagger being drawn and more rustling through the trees to the north. And then let's see here. Arrows come whizzing out at both of you.
Oh boy.
All right, so the first one, AC of 9 is a miss. Belgrakas and ooh, AC of 0, Belgrakas.
It hits, but it takes a stone skin.
All right, so it takes a stone skin off of you, and then Alleseto, AC of 12,
Miss.
AC of 3.
Miss.
All right, that's it for him. Orth.
Can I hear anything?
Yeah, you can hear the sounds of arrows being flown, more chanting.
But I don't know who's chanting. Right?
No, it doesn't sound like anybody you know.
Yeah, I can't just blindly jump into it. I'm gonna hold and ready my short bow
All right.
case and look at Gale like what do we do?
Seto, what are you doing?
This is where the pyrotechnics takes off, and I give the Belgrakas the impression not to look that way for a brief moment,
Okay.
and I let it take off from the fire burlap sack.
All right.
I avert my
and
eyes.
They have to make a save.
Yeah, did you want that back up?
Let's see. I can see it here. Let's see. So the pyrotechnics goes off, and
And I'm hoping I can get some kind of blinding effect on anyone who
aerial
views it in the
fireworks
dark.
catches in 120 feet. Blinded 4 rounds unless they roll saving throw versus spell. Okay, so let's see here. So the 2, 3. All right, 2 of the archers are blinded. Although you don't know this, but they scream out in
I don't know
pain.
this.
They
Yeah,
scream out in pain. My eyes! Oh, my eyes! Right. Let's see. The other things that are moving about that you haven't gotten any contact with, they're seeming trying to feel their way towards you. All right, 2 of them save. The other one is like, oh, frick, I can't see.
What about the mage guy?
Let's see, the mage guy. Let's see here. Tracker. Ooh, he does not save either. So now he is blind,
Sweet.
and
He
now
cannot.
his
He
spell is
cannot.
disrupted.
Yes, he cannot target anyone.
All right, Belgrakas, you're up.
Okay, brilliant move. Uh,
That's funny.
exactly. Okay. Can I see anyone?
No.
Okay.
The flashes from the pyrotechnics, they don't like light up the area at all from different directions. It just stays contained.
Yep. Yep, you saw just little, what looks like dim kind of sparks of light for just a brief moment, but it didn't illuminate anything.
Okay. And Alleseto and I are about to get ravaged by tentacles. Is that right?
At the end of the round, you guys are going to have to roll a bunch of saving throws.
Okay. I grab Alleseto from under his arms
All right.
after I finish my casting of the fly spell.
All right. Let's see here. You're going to try to lift Alleseto up and hold him?
Yeah. Yeah.
How strong are you?
Well, luckily he weighs under 100 pounds.
Actually, it's 115.
115.
No, I just took a 100-pound weight off the
Strength of
sled
10.
today. You have a strength of 10?
Strength of 10, that's my max press.
Is 115?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're going to have to make a strength check.
Well, that's not to lift. To lift, I could do more. That's just a max press. You know, if I was just gonna.
Your encumbrance is what you can carry with you. Max press is the max weight limit you can lift.
Oh, okay. So I have to do a strength check.
Yep. The mage with the strength check.
Okay. Any modifiers since I'm basically just using the magic to lift us?
No, because
Okay.
Good luck.
you could.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh man!
Ooh.
All right, so you
Sweet.
strain, and your spine, the little muscles are ripping cordage as you're barely grasping onto Alleseto, and as you start to raise, you get
Hold
your
on to
legs
me.
around it. You get your
I tell
legs
him to hold
around him
on.
too,
I say, hold on to me.
and now you're in this death embrace with Alleseto and are rising up
And
into
I'm
the air.
flying up out of the range of the tentacles, and then going over to the source of the chanting
All right.
where I remember it being.
Drop a gnome bomb on him.
Yep, I'm dropping a gnome bomb.
All right, so you're over the source of the chanting.
Okay.
Actually, the chanting stopped now.
And I get down, till I'm about 5 feet off the ground. I drop the gnome.
All right, the gnome lands on you land on some sort of body, and now you
Yes.
and the body are both prone, Alleseto.
All right.
Gale, what do you want to do? Belgrakas, you buoy upwards a little bit with your weight gone. Now you're about 10 feet up.
All right.
I was looking at Gale like, what do we do?
We can go back behind the others, or we can try to open the door.
I mean, if
I'm going to start with detect magic.
yeah,
So when detect magic spells cast, the wizard. Oops, that's the wrong one. Never mind. Ignore that. I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah,
there's something going on out there. Do you think?
You heard a voice that was casting a spell that was different than that nasally voice. You're not
Did I
sure.
recognize it
Make an intelligence check.
as my good friend?
Both of us or just him?
Just Orth.
Woo!
Ooh, Orth.
Does that mean I recognize it as Belgrakas? It's got to be Seto, Gale. I heard him say Calderan.
How do we get to them in order to help?
Do we know they're straight south of us, right?
That sounded like it was coming from the southwest of you, Orth.
Southwest. We have to.
Can
I
we
mean, we're gonna have to
get
go
off
in.
this platform, or do we have to go back out and then come in?
Well, it like we can step off into this darkness, but there. It sounds like it's in the darkness.
Does that seem like a good idea?
Doesn't feel like it,
Actually,
but our friends are out there. There's some other kind of caster, right? That
well, if our friends are out there and they need help, let's go help them. I got my staff ready, and let's go out.
all right. Let's
All
step
right,
off.
Orth, you step out and walk immediately. You're blocked immediately into a bush. Gale,
Can I
you
see
step out
directly
on.
around me with the light from the magical light?
Yep, you step right into a bush and your way is blocked.
Okay.
And then I've got vision.
You can't see anything with your night vision, so you might want to grab onto Gort's cloak or something.
Yeah. So
Right.
work my way around that.
All right.
Undo him and follow him.
Tell me when I've used up my time.
You can get your full movement rate. All right, you walk into a copse of heavy bushes. All right, that feels more like it's hard, kind of gravelly road, and it goes off to the up. You can't go that way. There's a bush.
Go that way.
Yep, and you're kind of feeling your way along.
I have to go up this way.
Right now, you feel that there's trees and heavy thickets to your southeast and west.
So I can't go this way.
That's a heavy. Your way is totally blocked by a heavy thorn bramble bush, and now you're skirting another heavy bramble bush.
Well, it's on the other side of these bushes. Do we think we can go through them?
It's going to take you a while to cut through them. You could.
Where along what we've done here, where seems the least along here?
There.
Where's the easiest to get through, do you
It
think?
didn't feel like anywhere along there was really very easy to get through. It's probably going to take about the same amount of time.
Okay.
Seemed like there was hard scrabble. You were following for a while.
I don't know. What do you think? We try and go around? Let's try and go around. Let's see what happens.
All right. It looks like you're at the.
Say when.
All right, you're at the back edge of a bramble there. All right, you come up to a cliff's edge, Orth.
Okay. Let's not go over the cliff.
And that it looks like it's about your move. So, let's see. There you hear a kind of a rustle and a scuffle, and then you hear a noise to your right, Alleseto, and then you hear a cursing, angry voice like untangle itself and start to move fairly quickly, but obviously the whoever it is can't see very well, and you hear him scream as he runs into a bramble bush, and then his voice gets a little more muffled, and then he starts cursing and flailing about. Meanwhile, you hear another one of the baddies start moving and cursing, and then another one starts moving towards the voice and says, "Here, hold on to me. We'll go chase these interlopers down." And what does this guy do? This guy
Do any of them run into the tentacles?
up here.
Because that would be fun.
All right. Silli, what are you doing? And Smyddwack, what are you doing? Smyddwack, you have a potion, and you have to make a Constitution check.
Okay, yeah, let's hope I can make this Constitution check. Yes!
Ooh, all right. You are able to keep your head above water and manipulate your potion.
Okay, I actually want to try and get that potion to Odie,
All right.
because Odie doesn't look like they're doing very good.
All right. Make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check! Yeah!
All right. Make another dexterity check to see if you drop the potion.
Son of a bitch. And I have a 16 dexterity. Damn it!
Oh,
No!
all right. You managed to kind of maneuver over to Odie. You just reach out and grasp him by the nape of the neck, but the water, it causes your fingers to slip, and he slips away, which throws you off balance, and you almost lose grip of the potion, but manage to keep a death hold of it. Meanwhile, Silli and Odie make a drowning roll.
All right.
Yeah, jeez.
All right, Odie. Ooh, Odie manages to not drown this round. And how about Silli? Ooh, Silli, you are
Sounds like
able
he's
to
at
now
number
kind of keep your head above water, and you manage to get your wits about you just as you're about to run headlong into a large rock jutting out of the center of the river.
Can I use that rock to make a tumbling check to like use my momentum to like a spring and jump
I
out
think you
of
could
the
probably
river?
try and make a dex check to avoid it if you want to, or you
I
might be able
wanna
to
put my
grab hold of it, but
I wanna
if
put
you
my
miss, you're probably going to crash into it.
oh shit. I want to put my feet out in
All
front
right.
in front of myself and like use myself as a spring to jump out of the river, right?
Okay.
So like can I make a tumbling check?
Let's see. So, you're coming
Like
at...
I want to lead with my feet, right? So like I can once I impact with the rock, I want to use that as like a springboard to leap out of the river.
All right, make a dex check, and I'll give you or a tumbling check, and I'll give you a +2 because you got a crit on your constitution.
Awesome. Oh man.
Okay.
God damn it.
Unfortunately, you try to put your feet out, and the river takes like one of those little dips, as there's a dip in the river bottom, and you hit, and your foot cracks on the rock at about 20 knots, and it feels like you almost break your foot. And ooh, you take 6 damage.
All right.
And make a dex check to see if you can maintain hold of your potion. All right, you managed to at least keep hold of your potion. So now you're past that rock, but you guys are in some bit of rushing water. There's a couple every once in a while. Silly, your feet touched rocky bottom as you're moving, but then it gets deeper and then it gets shallower. Then you're moving very quickly.
Can I try to like make my way to the river bank, like a side?
You every time your hooves touch ground down in the river, you try to move, but the current manages to sweep your feet out from under you.
Current, goddammit.
It's like you'd need to be sticky to stick to these rocks, but you've got hooves, so they're like the least sticky appendage
Yeah.
there
Water
is.
shoes.
What's that?
Get some water shoes with rubber bottoms.
Yeah, you need aqua socks.
Alright, I guess that's my
Little
turn,
goat
right?
socks.
Yeah, that's your turn. Poor Silly. You look like you've got probably another maybe 200 feet of this kind of rocky bottom area here.
And is it slowing down, you said, or is it still...
It's actually speeding up because now there's more water having to go over less surface area.
Alright.
Let's see here. All right.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was muted before. I was talking the whole time.
Were you?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's gonna be in the recording, like I'm talking to you, and then I just unmute and start
Like nobody's
talking
laughing. That was hilarious. These guys just don't get my jokes.
All right, new round, everybody.
I'm back on the sword, by the way.
All right. What is you doing with the sword there?
Using
Orth?
it as my initiative roll. I'm holding it in front of me.
What are you trying to use? Did you send it to me?
No, I had my bow out before.
Oh, I see. You're using your sword as your weapon. I see. Okay. All right. Belgrakas, you're up in the air. What are you doing?
Okay, I can't see this guy, can I? Even though, well, no, maybe I can because I'm right above him, aren't I?
You are up in the air, and you had heard what sounded like some scuffling, and then some footsteps, and then some screaming in pain,
Yes,
and
but I
then
thought
a bunch
before
of voices.
my staff was illuminating the area right around me.
Oh yeah, you can see right around you. Let me just let me.
I just want to know if I can see this guy.
Let me reveal around you here. There you go. So you're above a prickle bush. Alleseto is not. Yeah, Aleseto's. Actually, you guys are both.
Oh, it wasn't even that far away.
You guys are both here.
And which way did I hear the guy go?
It sounded like he went to the north. And
So
there's
over
other.
there.
All right. So you're flying that way.
Is that him?
You're not sure if. Let's see. You're 10 feet up. You'd have to lower yourself about 5 feet, and you could see.
I'll do that.
All right. Looks like there is a figure moving about, holding a bow and holding his hand out in front of him, trying to find his way around.
Ah, I see. Okay. I will take a whack at him.
All right, go ahead.
Do I get bonus because he cannot see me? Or I guess he gets a negative.
He gets a negative. Yep.
Okay.
AC of 3. What's his AC? Let me see. Ooh, you just missed him.
Even with his negatives.
Yep. Yep, you
Okay.
just missed him.
Okay. Okay.
He drops his bow and starts like slapping at the air.
All right.
Let's see. He's going to, I guess, attempt to hit you as you struck him, but he has a -4 to hit you. Oh, let's see here. Well, actually, you could have attacked and moved up in elevation. It's up to
Right.
you.
I'll do
So
that.
you could fly out of his reach because you're pretty maneuverable and he couldn't see you.
Okay,
All right,
I'll do that.
so he's just going to start.
Actually, I'll move to right above him because he's probably not expecting me to be flying.
All right, he's going to just start moving about with his dagger held in front of him and swiping
Okay.
at the air. And it looks like from below you, he heads to the northwest and is swiping. And then all of a sudden, you hear crunches of brambles, and then he screams in pain as he stumbles right into a bramble bush.
Nice.
Meanwhile, you hear uh, the the thing that you dropped Alleseto on. He you hear him kind of rustle a little bit, and then he starts to make another voice command, and then it's like a Je Jean Vovo Quatois, and
Oh,
then
French mage.
The
nothing
worst.
nothing seems to happen. All right, Orth.
Can I make a spellcraft on that?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm just
Belgrakas is
bombing
not.
these spellcrafts left and right.
All right, Orth, you're up.
let's make our way down this way. And I
All
mentioned to
right,
Gale,
you're blocked that way by a huge bramble bush.
so we can't go between the cliff edge and the bush there.
No, it's really too narrow to get there. But the cliff, this cliff, it doesn't look terribly steep.
Does it seem like the noises we're hearing are at our elevation or below our elevation?
A little bit below, but kind of off in the distance.
Probably worth hopping down then. If it seems safe enough to do that.
All right, make a dex check there.
Well, I said seems safe enough.
Yeah, but you can't see the ground.
Fuck.
All right.
Yeah.
You go headlong off of this this cliff, and you're like, oh, it's kind of somewhat, and then the fall drop off, and then you do a. Have you ever walked and you weren't expecting a step, and then you've gone off of it? That's
Oh, yeah.
about how you feel, Orth.
Yeah.
And you crash right into a bramble bush, and you you only take a point of damage.
All right.
Gale, you're right behind him, and all of a sudden, the thing that you're holding onto, the cloak disappears as Orth takes a long walk off a short cliff.
I can't
I
really see much, so I'm going to go ahead and start by casting the light spell
All right,
staff.
Good and loud.
all right. Now you can. Now that
Hundred here.
Orth's gone, you can see around you now.
That'll last
And
for
you.
1 hour plus 1 turn per level.
Oh, okay. All right. So you've got a light around you.
Okay. Why did we jump down? Or why did you jump down?
Because we're trying to,
He's basically in a bramble bush now.
we couldn't go further south without the stuff is happening south of us and below us.
Dwarves from above.
All right, make a dex check there, Orth or Gale.
Yeah, I don't want to make another one. I don't want to make any more checks.
Ooh, Gale, you land, and just as you do so, you gain a... There
Arrow?
is a sword right in your face. Oh, jeez Louise. Already critically misses. You get a attack. Let's see. It's obscured, so you'd be undercover because you have that light spell, so you have a -2 to hit.
Four?
AC of 4 is a miss. So it's basically like you guys are kind of like feeling around in the dark, and you feel the sword whisk over your head, Gale, and you swipe your staff back and don't manage to hit. And let's see. He critted, so that's the end of his turn. All right, these two slowly this way. All right. Seto, all of a sudden you feel a blade at your back. AC of 4.
Where's Seto?
And AC of 5. I think he missed you. All right, Gale, you're up.
All right.
Ooh, Seto got missed.
I'm going to attempt to smack this guy.
All right.
Might. Away.
-2, 6.
That is a miss.
With a -2 again. It's even worse.
Ooh, geez. You rolled a 4 and a 7. All right.
Guys are not with me today.
Gale's staff goes wide too. All right, Seto, you felt something just attack you, but it must have misjudged because its sword went right over your head. I think you're on mute, Seto.
Sorry. Two things. I'm going to ready my footman's pick,
All right.
and I'm going to enhance it with fire. So that
All
will
right.
take like a good full round.
Okay. All right. So now you've got a flaming footman's pick, and Silli and Smyddwack and Odie, you guys are now in the rapids. So everybody make a Constitution check and a Dexterity check.
Woof. All right, let's see how this goes. First, my con check. Do it.
Ooh,
Ow!
Smitty, you start drowning again. Now you start swallow. Ooh, you only take a point of damage.
Here's the dex and contract for Odie. Nope.
16 and 16. Okay, he makes his dexterity check, but his con check fails. So Odie takes 1d6. Let me put that on his. Ooh, Odie's taking a walloping.
Oh man.
He took Odie on this grand adventure.
Odie, by the way.
Adventures are dangerous. Oh, come on!
Okay, Smitty, you
Damn
crack
it.
your head into a rock and take 6 damage. And now make a dex check to see if you drop that potion.
Come on, man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, your small little gnomish hands managed to keep a grasp of that potion.
Jesus.
As your head is now bleeding into the river.
I am warned, I failed the contract too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So he starts
Ouch.
drowning again. For 2 damage.
All right.
Let's see. All right. Now, what do you guys want to do now that you've been battered and bruised and beaten?
I'm gonna drink my potion.
All right. You manage to get the potion up to your lips and guzzle it, and what happens to you?
It's the potion of ghostliness. Let me see. This
Potion of
potion gives the
ghostliness.
drinker, any non-living item, or carrying a war, the ability to pass through all other objects for 2d4 plus 4 turns as if the PC were a ghost.
Oh, okay. All right. So you suck it in, and Smitty, as you're yelling at him, all of a sudden, Silly goes translucent
Ah,
and slowly just starts to kind of float above the surface of the river.
gotcha.
You now are, you pass, like you're moving along the river and you drink it, Silly, and you go right through the rock as you go insubstantial. And now you're not really breathing because you're ghostly. You're just existing without any.
Can I like move and get closer to them and try to give them moral support as they're
Yeah, you can move about fairly easy now. It's like you're not even you're not impeded by anything. Yes, Smyddwack, you think Silly just died and his ghost is it's leaving the body. You like look frantically around for his body because all you see is an apparition of Silly now.
He's leaving you in the woods, dude. How could he do that?
no. I'm staying in the river area. Just
So you're floating along over Silly as or Smyddwack as he's raging down this river.
Okay.
can I look ahead to see if there might be some area that could be good enough for them to swim towards or
Yeah,
grab
you
towards or
can
something?
scout ahead. About a mile downriver, as you're going down this raging river, there's a waterfall.
Oh,
You don't want to figure something out before you get to that.
all right. So let me roll that thing warrant for the how long I'm ghostly.
All right.
It's
What
3.
potion
boy.
did you give Silly?
I gave Smyddwack the second one I had
Oh, okay.
because it's my heirloom.
Oh, right.
8
Oh, okay.
fucking turns. So
Right.
80
got
minutes.
80 you got 80 minutes in the afterlife. You see off in the distance the ghostly,
And that's not
the ghost.
swingable, right?
You see the ghostly form of Bell Tower off in the distance, and it looks at you with a look of familiarity, and then moves off to fight whatever is existing in the netherworld. Now, what are you trying to do, Silly?
I want to go up and see if there's a good area for them to swim towards, or you know.
Push a branch out or something.
I can't. I'm a ghost.
Oh, right.
Yes.
For 80 minutes.
Yeah, so Smyddwack just thought he died. Odie's like now starting to panic.
And
Smyddwack?
I gestured towards Smyddwack, you know, like the drink gesture.
The good news
Right.
is there's it looks like the water once it goes off the falls and hits down at the bottom, it looks like it moves into a wider kind of almost like a lake area and gets quite a bit calmer. It's just surviving the fall over the waterfall that you're maybe a little nervous about, Silly.
Even as a ghost.
Oh, you don't care. Like
Yeah.
you're not worried about yourself, but you're
Yeah.
looking at Smitty and Odie over there.
How much?
All right.
How much of that potion would Odie need?
He'd need to drink it.
pay the entire thing?
Yep.
All right, yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I gave that one to Smyddwack.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
Smitty's
a ghost. Yeah,
all right.
that's
All
the
right,
potion
Smitty.
I
What?
ended Smyddwack.
All right. Let's all
Yeah,
roll,
and
let's all roll for
I'm
initiative
trying to
here.
I'm trying to hold hand the potion off to Odie, but I'm only going to do that for so much longer.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you gonna do? We'll fly down.
All
And
right.
see how he's doing.
All right. Let's see. All right, Gale. This thing that you're fighting attacks you again, and you.
Sorry, I didn't have my initiative in.
Oh, okay.
Tell what it is.
Gale, you go first then. My bad. So there's a.
Well, -2, right?
Yep. Ooh,
-3.
you crack him. Yep. He screams in pain. Ooh, 12 damage. All right. You crack him a good one.
Nice.
All right. He tries to return the favor. AC a -3.
That
That
sounds
hits me exactly.
Ooh,
Unless I have um
4 damage.
whatever like he does.
Nope, nope. You're. And AC a -1.
It
That's
bounces
a
off my
miss.
armor.
All right. It bounces off your armor. So you take 4. Let's see here. Seto. That blade you felt over your head. AC a -1.
Hit.
And AC of 3.
Miss.
All right. 6 damage. And this thing stumbles around and is going to try and swing his sword wildly. And he has a -4. AC of 13.
Yes.
AC of 2.
Hit.
Ooh, he hit you, huh? All right. He's swinging his sword wildly because he's blind for one more round. And 8 damage,
Oh,
Alleseto.
jeez.
All right. This thing now is moving this way because he doesn't know where he is. Because he's still blind. Oh, now he's found a road. Now you hear running steps off to your west, Orth. And this guy. Let's see. He. is going to move there and just do that. All right, Belgrakas, you're up.
Okay, he will move.
All right, which way do you want to move there?
He's
All
going to
right.
keep moving
Okay.
till he sees something.
All right, you're moving over the, it looks like a bramble bush. And let's see, reveal.
Was he able to hear Gale?
Yeah, he can hear him. He's still moving north. All right. You move out to the west.
Who's that?
That it's hard to tell because you can't quite make it out until you get
Uh,
a little closer
fly
with the
down?
light.
Yeah, fly down.
Yeah, you can fly down. Looks like you see the legs of a something that's was kind of caught in a bush.
Is it dead?
No, it's still alive. Trying to extract itself from this bush and move.
Does it look like something familiar to me?
It's another guy with a bow.
Ah, okay. I will try to flail on him with my staff.
All right.
Is there a bonus because he's prone?
He's stuck in a bush, so yeah, you get a +2. Because his
Okay.
armor class, well, yeah, because his armor class is actually down. So AC of 0. Ooh, that's a hit. Yep.
Sweet. And damage is here.
He feels like he just got hit in the head by a rock.
Okay.
All right, Seto. Are you
Um,
staying down at his level, Belgrakas?
No, I'm gonna fly up
All right. How
the
high are you flying?
10 feet.
Okay, 10 feet. Seto.
My enhanced weapon with fire. Can I now see or get better visual?
Yes, you can. It's like a torch now.
Oh,
there's-
so they're like to back away and cast cure serious wounds on myself if do they appear to be blinded?
This one is the one that looks like he was kind of feeling around. This one was the one that hit you pretty good.
And he sees me clearly.
He knows. Yeah, he can determine where you are. You're not sure how.
All right, I'm gonna back away and cast cure serious wounds myself. Can I do that?
Yep, you can. All right, Alleseto, Caladuran has restored you for quite a bit there.
Gale recognized that spell.
Yeah, he can tell it's cure serious. All right, Caladuran, you can fix your hit points. You get 17 back, right?
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Silli, you and Smyddwack. Smyddwack, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. So do I hear the rushing waterfall yet, or do I think I still have some time to
You
help
still have
this?
some time. You probably have 2 more rounds.
All
You
right,
don't know
so
that, but
yeah, okay. So I mean, I'm not hearing. I know I'm in danger, so I'm going to do this one more time because what I actually
All
want to do is my overall goal is to give this potion to Odie, and
okay.
then to cast Wraith form on
All
myself.
right.
Right.
Ooh, that's
So
gonna be a hard thing to do while you're. All right, let's see
yeah,
your
yeah,
Constitution check.
yeah. So I don't know what. I mean, do I think I can try and cast like while I'm doing this? Even is that even
Yeah,
possible?
you know, it could happen if you can avoid drowning and can get enough dexterity to manipulate your fingers and avoid hitting rocks and all that shit. So yeah, make a con check.
All right. Let's see what happens. All right. I got my
Ooh, all
con
right.
check.
You now are able to have your wits about you because you haven't swallowed a bunch of water in your lungs, and make a dexterity check.
Okay, and that one's good.
All right, you managed to avoid all of the rocks and not drown and flail your way next to Odie. And what are you attempting to do?
I guess I'm getting him to drink the potion.
All right, make another dex check.
Uh,
And Bell Tower roll for, or I mean, Silly roll for Odie's dexterity. Ooh, so he made it.
yes.
Ooh, all right. So now the potion goes down the throat of the little, and you see the ghost of Odie appear in the nether realm with you, Silly. And he buzzes over, he hops over to you and looks at you forlornly and says, "This adventure is not very fun."
Yeah, sometimes things try to kill you on adventures. I forgot to tell you about that.
Makes a better story later.
I feel like you tried to kill me.
Oh.
Meanwhile, you guys see Smyddwack, his little head's bobbing in the water, and he's rolling down the river.
One
All
time,
right.
I was just sitting by a fire, and the fucking fire came out and attacked me. Okay, things just come out and try to kill you in the world.
Why did you ask me to go with you?
Well, because sometimes it's a lot of fun.
Nothing about this has been fun for me.
Yeah, well, it gets a lot better than this.
Well, I'd like to see that. What you said? Fire tried to kill you.
Yeah.
So now fire tried to kill you. Well, I thought you were just gonna have fun, and the way you made it sound, you just like dance in taverns all day and meet these things called humans.
Right, yeah, we'll do that, but not at that city. That city's a terrible city. That's a mean city.
Wow,
Oh boy.
you're lucky you're 10th level when you get followers, because I'm not very fond of you, but maybe I'll grow to like you.
Come on.
All right, round everybody. Bah. All right, let's see here. Who is up? All right. Oh, what? Okay. All right. All right, Gale. You take a sword in the teeth.
Ooh.
AC of 0, AC of 10.
I catch them with my teeth.
All right.
And then
Let's
laugh at
see. This guy
And I-
moves. Ooh, this is his last round of blindness. So, all right, Alleseto. You get attacked by a -4 guy here. AC of
Ooh.
2.
Yeah, I'm parrying with all my attacks at this point.
All right, roll to parry then.
What is that, an attack? This will be my first time
Yep,
doing that.
yep. You roll attack.
All right.
All right, that manages to parry his. All right, and this other guy. Let's see here. AC a -2, so roll a
Yeah,
parry.
I'll be. Yeah, thank you.
Ah,
Ooh. Seto's first time parrying 4 damage. And his second attack is AC of 0
Hit.
or 10 damage.
damn.
Poor
Can we
Seto,
tell
man.
that Seto's in trouble here? Can we hear that?
You just hear every time he gets hit, he's like, ow, ow. And then you heard him call on Caladran to heal him. And he sounded a little bit panicky.
Just like the gnomes in Altered Beast.
Yeah. All right, this thing that was below you starts to rustle, and then you hear footsteps on gravel, Belgrakas, and it sounds like it's moving north away from you. And then you hear what sounds like 2 voices kind of colliding a bit, and then they're like, still can't see. Let's get out of here. And then you hear muffled stumbling. Meanwhile, this guy is all right. This guy takes, and you hear an arrow being knocked, Belgrakas, and he launches it. And 2 arrows in rapid succession, AC of 8 and AC of 10, Belgrakas.
They miss. Which
Right.
guy was that?
You're not sure, but arrows
Yeah,
whiz
one I
by your
can't
head.
see.
You hear.
Okay.
All right, Gale.
All right. Get out of my way. Let's see. Does a 5?
5 is a miss.
Wow.
Oh. Well, you just take a face full of teeth there, Gale, as you overbalance yourself and AC a -6.
That's a hit.
Oh, for minimum damage. Your armor is doing extremely well against this thing today. Orth.
I'm going to step in here if I can, kind of next to around the.
You
Around.
step right into a bramble bush. That is completely blocked.
Can I occupy the space between the dwarf and the bramble bush? I want to get
Make
at the.
a dexterity check. You might be able to.
How do I do this?
See if you can get by the 280-pound dwarf. Okay. No, you. Unfortunately, you're not. You're held fast by that bramble bush there, Orth. You can go a different direction.
Well, I don't know that I can because if the dwarf's in the way, can I go this way?
No, but you could maybe try going to your west. Is about the only way you can go right now because you've got a critical fail in your dexterity. So, no, you couldn't even go that way. You're stuck in this bush right there now.
Oh, I could go. I can't go this way.
No,
I could go this way.
yeah,
Damn.
that's the only way you can free yourself from that bush that you're tangled in, and your back is still against these brambles.
Now can I go south?
No, there's a whole nother bramble set blocking you to the south.
This way?
No, there's bramble. You can go. You can continue going east or west.
I don't want to leave Gale. I can't. Damn it.
You, Gale, you hear Orth like stumbling. And he's like,
Gale.
"Shit!" Ugh.
I'm just gonna try and move back towards Gale. Can I and try and occupy this space
All right, make a dex check.
here?
Ooh, all right. You just managed to force your way through the brambles and get there. Now you're like extremely out of breath and cut, and
Do I
that's
have any
basically all you.
attack?
No, because you would have if you wouldn't have critically failed that dex check, but your attack basically is what you got you out of that bramble bush.
All right.
All right, Seto.
I used my parrying, so I just wanted to withdraw
All right.
towards Belgrakas' area. How many steps alongside the blind one can I take?
Let's see here. You can take.
You'd probably go between his legs, or is it a human?
He's blind, so you can withdraw from him. Let's see. What square were you in? You were in this square.
I was here.
All right, but you can only move a quarter movement rate if you're withdrawing, so the other guy can't attack you.
So a quarter of
So I think
3
you
is
can
just
move-
1.
What's your normal movement? You can move
6.
6. Yeah, you can move. Yeah,
2.
you can move 2. I think you round up Tigers.
And that put me here.
All right, now you're on what feels like Hard Scrabble Road. All right, Belgrakas, you're up.
Can I see those two guys that were attacking him? The blind guys down there? Because it seems like it's light over there.
Oh no, I just sorry, I haven't rehidden it.
Okay. Can I see the area around Orth, or immediately to the left of me? I'll fly down a little.
All right.
5 feet off the ground.
All right, to your left is. All right, you want to fly that way? All right, you're over a bush here.
Okay, and that's right below me is somebody?
let's see here. Right below you, looks like it's some road.
Uh,
All right, you're following the road now.
is that somebody right below me, right to the south of me?
You can't really tell.
Okay, I will fly right to it.
All right. All right. Now you catch a glimpse of a helmet below you, shining off of your light. If you can see that.
Is it a helmet I recognize?
No, well, it looks the same fashion as the guy that you attacked before, but this guy doesn't look to have any injuries.
Okay, I'm gonna magic missile him.
All right.
Okay.
All right, and damage.
Oh, I gotta roll that. Hold on. I think I rolled the effects. I should roll the template. Okay.
All right. So we got 2, 6, 7, 13. All right, he howls in pain as the missiles strike unerringly into him.
Okay.
All right, Smyddwack and Silli and Odie, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, okay. I am going to try and cast Wraith Form. before the shit
Okay,
hits the
well,
fan.
let's see here. If you succeed at your Constitution and Dex check, then perhaps you won't go over the waterfall. We'll see. Roll a
Yay.
Constitution check.
Let's see it, baby.
Like your life depends on it. All right. All right. You
Yes.
manage to keep your head above and you start chanting the spells, the words of magic. And then it is only a matter of tracing the sigils in the air with your fingers as you attempt to call forth the spell as you're going down a raging river, Smyddwack. Make a
Praying to
dexterity
all
check.
the. Yeah. Oh my god. Let's do this dex check. Praying to all the gnomish gods. Yes.
Ooh, all right.
Wow.
As you are just about to go off of the waterfall, your body goes incorporeal, and you are now flitting about like a wraithy Smyddwack.
Goes right up to the edge.
Water goes down.
Smitty goes straight out. And Smitty
Yeah.
is just
Oh.
floating about in the ether of the ethereal plane. Now,
Yeah.
all right, Smitty, what do you want to do? You see ghosts of your companions off in the distance, like arguing about their travails.
I wave at Smyddwack. Come on back.
So yeah, I'm I guess floating over. I mean, how would I move in Wraith form? Can I just like I can't fly, right? I guess I just move through the water.
Yeah, you just basically
Whatever.
you just float forward.
Yeah, I just float forward and
You
make
don't
it
really
there. I'm like,
fly, but you don't really fly, but you're just kind of like
hovering.
yes, yeah. I mean, it's kind of strange because you can go through things. So technically, I guess you can go through the floor, but if you're up high, I guess you just kind of float down. So
Yeah.
you just
So
basically trudge through the well, you see water. It's like a echo of water or a shadow of water, but you're just
right,
kind
yeah,
of
but I don't
moving
feel it.
about. And
I get myself over there.
all right, so now
Yeah.
you've
And
got three
okay.
ghost companions.
All right, let's go on the shore and maybe go to the lake quickly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There you
I don't want to do that again ever. Yeah, like not this again.
Yeah.
Party, I liked this. This was bad.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go a little north to avoid the
Yeah.
the,
you
the more
have a
treacherous
bit of a
part of the river.
you have a bit of a journey to the lake, Silli. Okay, so right now you guys are. Let me just draw your path here as you've made your way.
Oh man.
You guys took a little detour there.
Yeah.
Because they started going north, and then they
Now
hit
you're
the
on
river
that
and
shore.
south.
Now you're on that shore.
Oh, that's the lake over here.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. No more rivers. We're fucking walking around this time.
Oh, you got one you can follow.
Yeah, we'll follow that river. Oh, I'm not crossing anything.
Now you guys have a little bit of a ways to go here. As the crow flies, Smitty, about 70 miles.
That's a few more days in the woods.
All right, let's see here. Okay, so the ghost companions are on the shore of the river, and the rest of yous is out here rolling for initiative.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try and do something this time.
Ooh, and you hear the thing say, "Oh, I can see again. I can see again."
Which one?
You hear off in the
Belgrakas rolled.
distance, Belgrakas. You hear one say, "Let's get out of here."
Okay, Belgrakas rolled a
Emerson.
6.
Emerson left us here. You rolled a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. This guy, I guess, is gonna try and shoot at you there.
Belgrakas
Belgrakas.
first on the initiative roll. Or
What's
you,
that?
Oh, you've got an offset.
Yeah.
9, 10. Okay. Well, God, he's a bad shot, even with the enchanted arrows. You hear like sprinting on and footsteps retreating off into the distance. All right, Belgrakas. That guy tried to shoot you with his bow, but he missed.
Is he still below me?
Yeah.
Or is that the guy that ran?
Oh, he's still below you.
Okay. I'm going to magic missile him again.
All right. All right. What we got here?
Good damage.
20 damage.
Yep.
All right. He slumps over, tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Okay.
Seto, what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna continue withdrawing in this direction. I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds
All right.
on myself till I get to this bush right here.
Yep.
When I get back up to this bush, I'll cast Cure Light Wounds myself.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Seto, you got some hit points back. Right. This guy is now going to this way. You hear footfalls along the road, Belgrakas.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you hear it. And
Actually, you might see it. He's right next to you, isn't he?
he comes into your field of view against your back and attacks Orth in the back.
Ah, can I
AC a
parry?
-4.
I'd like to parry that if I can.
All right, AC a -1. Ooh, all right, that's a success.
Nice.
And his second attack, AC a -1.
That's a miss.
All right. And this guy, you guys are trying to spot right there. All right, Gale, you're up.
All right. Let's see if I have a little better luck this time. Does a 2 hit?
A 2 does not hit.
Shit. Yeah. All right. That's my turn.
All right, Orth.
Let's give this guy some steel, huh?
All right.
I'm gonna try and get my back up to Gale and attacking. Any bonuses?
Nope. You guys are just normal there.
A 4
AC of 4 is a miss.
minus 11. That sounds like a hit.
Yes, that is a hit.
10.
Ooh, cold steel goes into his gut. All right, new round.
I got a 4.
All right, Belgrakas is all right. You're up, Belgrakas.
Isn't Orth first?
I'm first.
Is he? Oh, yeah, Orth's first.
Yeah, let's do the same thing again.
All right.
The 2.
AC of 2 is a miss.
Damn it. Minus
That
3
is a hit. Yep, that's a hit.
12
Ooh,
damage.
big hit there. All right, Belgrakas.
I gotta fly up because this guy's dead.
All right. Let's see, okay, fly there.
All right.
What do I see?
What time is it there, Belgrakas? It's gonna be really early or late.
It's 4 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that is late.
Do I see anything?
You sound
You can hear the sound of fighting pretty loudly to your east.
All right, I'll go over there.
All right. Now you can see a bush and you can see what looks to be a some sort of hooded figure below you.
Okay, I whack the hooded figure below me. I try
All
to
right.
anyway. Gonna play whack-a-mole.
All right.
Do I get surprise or something like that? Or higher
Let's
ground
see,
bonus?
higher ground. Yep. I think you get a +2 for higher ground.
Oh, add 1 to this.
Okay. AC
AC
of
is
5.
5.
All right. Nope, that's a miss. You
Okay.
swing so hard you almost do a somersault in the air. All right, Seto, what do you want to do?
As I understand that there's loud fighting next to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Belgrakas, but can I not see him from here?
You can
No, you
tell
just
Gale
heard
is
him.
nearby too.
I can. I
Yeah.
don't-
You hear him yelling and stuff.
He's hard to miss. Plus, he was yelling on Clendagans when we first came down here.
Now these two fighters they now have a sense that they're surrounded and there's death from above, and they hold up their hands and drop their swords and say, "We ain't dying for Emerson."
Then you better tell us who Emerson is.
He's the keeper of this tower. This tower is his until he left us to defend it without him.
This tower is Aedan's.
Era who?
Aedan the wizard.
Never heard of him. Only ever heard of Emerson.
It's a pretty similar name.
Well, maybe you can take us to him.
That is where we will pick up on the next one. Let me hand out some XP here. So I gotta hit the
And I was about to give up and just burn this guy alive.
What's that?
I said, darn, I was going to give up and just burn him alive with magic.
I'm surprised we lived.
Yeah, there was a couple of things that helped you guys here.
Happily surprised.
And with that, I
I give
level up.
Gale. Okay, Gale.
Should make the Mario mushroom noise.
All right. I think I got everybody right.
Yeah.
All right, so
Good.
All right, sweet. I'll catch you guys a week from Sunday. It looks like.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cool.
You
Get some-
think you may have found the tower? So
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.
Okay. Good night.
Hey.
Night, everybody.
Good night.